Hey, everybody, and welcome to an invasive wild ride with Steve-O. I've become quite good friends with this week's guest, Violent J of the Insane Clown Posse, and I just somehow felt comfortable right out of the gate saying, let's look at your celebrity net worth on the internet and talk about that. And man, that's not the only time that I was invasive. I mean, sheesh. I went ahead and made this one a very, very juicy podcast, which I'll probably catch some backlash for. But I want everybody to know that I kept checking in with Jay, like, hey man, just want to make sure that you're not bummed, that everything's cool. And I'm very confident that everything is cool with Violent J. And I'm also super confident that this episode is wildly entertaining. So let's get into it. Our people love you, dog.
Oh. Yeah, well, I mean, I know that's true about Juggalos, that they love you guys, you know what I mean? Fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, how was WrestleMania?
It was like unbelievable. I don't know that I've ever seen that many people congregated in one place.
Fucking so dope, right?
It's like 70,000 people, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's insane.
Crazy. When I heard all you guys were there, because I was gonna go.
Oh yeah, you guys are big wrestling.
Fuck yeah. We did wrestling.
You beat Doink and Dink.
No, well.
Doink the Clown.
Yeah, no, but we never actually got to wrestle him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was reading about that.
We're fucking huge fans. So we got to wrestle in WWF. We got to wrestle in WCW.
I already know that my editor is going to insist on keeping all of this in,
For
so
sure.
let me get this out of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, Violent J in the flesh.
That's right. Up in this piece.
Yeah, you're joining an illustrious group of people who were once on the podcast via Zoom and back for a second episode.
Hey man, this is sitting here all conveniently.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for
It's
you,
just
dog.
water, dog.
I know. I seen you guys drinking this.
Have a sip and look at the camera.
Yeah.
Delicious.
So a lot's happened since I saw you last. And let me ask you out of the gate, what are we promoting?
I'm going on the second leg of the Three-Headed Monster tour.
Okay.
Yeah, and the Three-Headed Monster. This year ICP's kind of we're taking the year off, so to speak.
Okay.
So that means for us, we only released 8 songs so far this year, and we're only doing our annual events, which is the Gathering, Hallowicked, the Big Baller Christmas Party, Juggalo Weekend, and a couple festival dates. So for us, that's ICP taking the year off. You know what I'm saying?
That's hiatus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Shaggy's on tour, and I'm going on tour again. We both. I think he might be finished with his tours. If he's not finishing this week, but he's doing the first leg. I already did the first leg with the Three-Headed Monster, which is like my side project.
Yeah.
Which is me, Esham, and Ouija Mac, all on tour together as one group as the Three-Headed Monster. You know?
Okay.
All right.
And
now,
so it's a different thing for us. You know what I
okay.
mean?
The new development on the Wild Ride podcast is that not even on camera, we've got Isaac up there pulling up stuff on the internet for us to look at, for us to share with the audience. And this is probably a totally whack move, but I'm very interested in what the internet thinks your net worth is.
Ooh.
Can we look that up? Have you ever looked at your own celebrity net worth?
I have, but I don't remember it.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, because it was, I don't remember.
Let me tell you why I find this particularly fascinating. Because the business model of ICP is like, it's unique. You're pioneers of your own, like, guerrilla marketing. You own your own label, right? So you own your own publishing.
Yeah.
Like, there's this rabid fan base. The way that you sell merch is, like, second to none. You've got the Gathering. You just reeled off, like, how, like, active and productive. Okay, so that says you've got 13 million. Now, that's a good chunk of change. And I'm not asking you to confirm or deny if you have 13 million, but what made me interested in this is that talking to you and talking to Shaggy, like, it's been impossible for me to discern if you guys are super humble and understating, like, how financially successful you are, or if you're genuinely, like, out of your minds and don't even know what you're doing.
So basically, blink twice if you have 13 million.
I'm telling you. I'm not afraid to say nothing.
And by the way, apologies if this is just totally disrespectful.
Oh, no, bro. I wouldn't even, I'd just front if I didn't want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
You know, we've been doing things ourselves for so long that pretty much, I mean, this has been the way it's been since we made our first dollar. All the money we make goes back into the company.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And when we started making more and more money, you know, it pretty much stayed like that, right? Except for we would take what we needed. You get what I'm saying? Like, we'd go to our manager and be like, hey, can I get a car? He'd be like, well, what do you want, you know? And it's like that, you know? Then we're like, man, how about a house, you know? Okay. But we didn't get paid like that because we were so from the grassroots putting everything back.
Yeah.
So we didn't get paid like that, like we should have. We were just kids starting a band. Even into our platinum success, we were like that still.
Yeah.
We never had set up. Nobody came in our world and was doing our money and setting up contracts. We just kept doing it like we did it. So when our manager, who we started everything with, finally left after like 15 years, our new manager, our childhood friend Billy, came in, the guy that's with us now, you know, and we finally started actually making a monthly paycheck. You know what I mean? But
So-
anyway, to tell you the deal, when I look at that, I think if I'm worth 13 million, it's when I'm dead. You know what I mean? Like, if I die, we might be worth 13 million. You know what I'm saying? Like all the merch that might sell or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that says
But
that-
I don't have 13 fucking. I don't even have of course I have a bank account. I don't have a million in it. Fuck no. I don't even got 500,000 in it or 100,000. I'll keep it real. In my personal account, I don't even have 100,000 because everything is in psychopathic.
Yeah.
Still, that's both me and Joey's company.
And
You know
also,
what I mean?
like the net worth is not just the money in the bank account; it's everything that you own, like houses, cars.
and it's
That's what I'm saying. Now,
right. But here's the thing:
But it's
it's
saying 30.
also absolute bullshit. Like,
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
never right.
Yeah.
No, fuck no. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, that just makes it look like I'm chilling on 13 million. Like I got that chilling in a bank or something.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
First of all, we're not. Me and Joey ain't that type of guys where we don't sit and live. We don't live in mansions. You know what I mean? We live
Right.
I live in houses that my mom cleaned when I was a kid. That type of neighborhood, because to me that's rich. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. Shaggy created the impression that on the gathering of the Juggalos that, like, you know, you guys are making it such a big production that you're actually not making any
Fuck
money.
no. at the gathering, my brother just told me last week, because we just had the gathering. He was like, "There's $5,000 left."
Really?
What he said.
I mean, how
That's
much-
what the gathering. That's what we cleared this year. You know, after profit. You know, I mean, that's our
Wow.
profit.
Do you
Five
know?
grand.
Do you know how
And
much?
he's heartbroken because he works his ass off,
Yeah.
man. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
I mean, dude, like, just in what you spend on Fago.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, do you know the cost on, like, when you do the Fago Armageddon? Like, how much that's worth? Like the amount of bottles that you guys.
I'm sure Billy could tell you. I'm sure at the gathering, it's a few. See, the bigger the stages,
Yeah.
the more Fago you're gonna go through. Because if it's a smaller, that kind of varies. That's a double standard.
Dude,
Because if you're in a bigger stage, you're gonna use less Fago because you have to walk to it, so it takes more time. You get what I'm saying? Depending where
Yeah.
you're at. Now,
okay.
if you're on a way bigger stage, that's when you double the number of clowns and you double the number of Fago on stage. So then you use way more. You get it?
I missed the Shaggy 2 Dope one. I was sick or I didn't come on the road.
He had COVID.
I had COVID.
Oh,
and
shit.
I'm dying to ask, and I don't know what's the secret, but how do you shoot those fucking things so far?
It's
easy,
so
bro.
impressive. You know, it's also an impressive blast is the blast that goes directly into my butthole from my Hello Tushy bidet. I'm telling you, this is the future, man. No more smearing poop on your butt with dry toilet paper. It makes no sense. When you get done taking a dump, you use Hello Tushy to blast your butthole totally clean. It's like pressure cleaning your butthole. This precise blast of water is so refreshing, and it cuts down your use of toilet paper by 80%. I mean, the bidet pays for itself in under a year, and you walk around knowing that your butthole is squeaky clean. I'm talking eat off of it clean, people. And if you've never used this product, then it's time to get with it, because I'm telling you, this is my favorite sponsor of the Wild Ride podcast, Hello Tushy. I've said that since I started using it. And you can have 10% off your first order if you go to hellotushy.com/Stevo and use the promo code Stevo. Again, it's my favorite product that I've ever promoted on this podcast. And it's time for you to try it. One more time, get 10% off your first order if you go to hellotushy.com/Stevo and use the promo code Stevo. Your butthole is going to thank me. Now let's get back to it. With one hand, you unscrew the 2-liter bottle, you put your thumb over the top, you shake it, and then you just
But you turn it upside
You
down.
don't even have to do that. Look, if you're in a hot club like what we normally play, 2,000 seaters, right? If you're in a fucking hot club, normally it's hot as fuck anyway. So the Fago's baking all night pretty much, right?
So it's expanded.
You grab it, right? You can feel it. You grab it, you can feel it about to pop. You fucking turn the lid, that fucking thing rockets off. You stick your finger in it, you hold it like this with the other 2 fingers, and you turn it upside down, and you're using these 2 fingers, to fucking squeeze it shut, and you can aim it anywhere. And if you don't shoot it in like 3 seconds, it's gonna build so much it's gonna shoot itself anyway. You get what I'm saying? But the minute you let go, it's fucking flying.
I mean, it's going like 75 yards.
Yeah, man, in the summertime,
it's
if
so
a high
cool.
ceiling in the venue.
I thought like you guys had a Mentos thing that you're putting in there because I'm like, there's no fucking
them
way
bitches,
that.
if they're hot, they're going on their own. Yeah, and the flip side of that, if they're cold, that's why we don't tour in the winter no more. We were like,
The only reason is to shoot
plus look
Fago.
at how wet everybody gets. You know, we don't want to send them out in the fucking blistering
Fuck.
cold. We just said, fuck it, we're done touring in the winter. It's just not for us, you know. Plus the Fagos are freezing, and we've been forced to go out there with ice cold Fago that's been on the truck all day riding through the snow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially a couple days off. That shit is almost frozen. And then me and Joey are pouring it over ourselves, you know, and throwing solid ass 2 liters in the crowd that don't even fucking rock it because there's no fizz.
Yeah.
There's no heat.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever tried to get a Fago sponsorship?
Yeah, me and my brother were just talking about this. We're like, man, maybe there's new people there now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fago ain't fucking with us. Man.
Dude, is that crazy?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
dude,
wild.
You're the only reason why they're still in business.
You know, they're like we're a family product. You know how they are. But yeah, you know, I don't know why they don't fucking rock. It's not like anybody be mad that is buying it for family consumption. If there was a fucking Hatchet Man on it, and me and Joey in the corner, you know, real smart. You know,
Dude, that would fucking crush.
Yeah.
that's what I'm
would
saying.
crush,
Like, their fans wouldn't be angry. I don't think. It's not like they'd be like, "Fuck Fago," you know what I mean?
Right.
And if anything, they would just sell more to Juggalo collectors, right?
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know why they don't.
Dude, I'm just sitting here and I just wanted to articulate this, that like I feel like I owe you an apology for putting you on the financial blast that I did,
Look,
dude.
listen, I'm not a rich kid though.
Right, but
I'm beyond rich, and I mean,
Right.
compared to where I came from.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you something. I rented a Bentley. Look at where are we at? We're in the Hollywood Hills.
Yeah.
I Airbnb'd a motherfucking Hollywood mansion.
Yeah.
Right? A Bentley for me and a motherfucking McLaren for my son JJ.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just for this trip to Florida, I was like, man, let's do it up big. I'm from fucking food stamps and powdered milk, so I am rich. That motherfucker might say I make 13 million, or I have 13 million, and like I said, it might actually be worth that if we sold all our shit and everything, and our masters and everything.
Yeah,
you know what
catalog.
I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I can't say, but our finances are so tied up in the fucking company that I know I don't live like that.
Right.
My house ain't no $1 million house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where I live, you know.
Should we pull up Steve's net worth to get even?
I think it says I'm worth 2.5.
Oh, I thought I saw 6 at one point.
Oh, really?
Why, when were you looking up Steve's?
This was a
shit?
while ago.
Wow. They bumped me up to 4.
To 4.
Wait a fucking minute. There's no fucking way I got more money than you, son. What are we talking about here? What the fuck That's what I'm saying. I got 13 million and Steve-O got 4?
You got 3x what he has.
Yeah, dude. Like,
Man, that is on crack.
yeah, dude.
That is so on crack, man.
I'm a chump, dude.
That is so on crack, man.
Yeah.
There's no
Okay.
way. There's no fucking way. Man, I live
Dude.
just outside of Detroit.
Dog,
Steve-O is a household name.
dog, who's the
What the
clown
who's
now?
right now? Who's right now?
Yeah, what is that? Where do they get that?
I mean, what's Bam at these days?
He said 5 million.
Wow, dude. So
He's
I'm
looking at Bam.
I'm finally catching up to him. Like, man, dude.
He's like,
What's
let's
that-
see where Bam's at.
Yeah, the guys of Jackass ranked.
I
mean,
think Zach had like 1.5 on there.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just not accurate stuff, man. But
Okay, well, why
but-
would they think? Yeah, that's insane.
But we're cool, right?
Of course, brother, man. I
Dad.
swear to
Dude,
God.
you guys are
Yeah,
hatchet
Dad.
brothers, dude.
It's all good. No, I give you my word, bro. Yeah,
Right.
I'm not. Come on, I'm the last motherfucker.
Well, how
to
many
fuck-
million does Danger Aaron have? 3.5.
That's probably
Nice.
accurate.
He does own a lot of real estate.
So let's take it back to the wrestling, because I was reading about you, and you have an illustrious wrestling career. Is that true?
Fuck yeah. Not like in accolades, not in like
Right.
championships. You know?
But you started doing the backyard wrestling
Yep.
champion shit.
And then, no. We started backyard wrestling. Then we fucking I started wrestling in the independent scene around the Midwest. Shaggy would be my manager. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I was being a wrestler, but that's what really made me and Joey see the inside of wrestling, though. The dressing rooms. Back then, they were all old motherfuckers. They were all old motherfuckers being mean to us and being cruel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. You could probably pull up my first wrestling match on here if you wanted to see it.
Do
man.
you have a lot of wrestling injuries?
No, but Shaggy's banged up.
Really?
Yeah, I had wrestling injury. I'm talking about my knees blew out. I think that's from when I was really, really fat though, man. Just I blew it out. But Shaggy's got like neck problems, but he was the suicidal one. He was always the greatest wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Like when we were in WCW, we were actually wrestling. They had us wrestling, And Joey was putting on fucking great matches, man. Doing
Yeah.
sweet ass shit, blowing my mind, you
Yeah.
know. And I used to wrestle Joey. First thing we bought when we had money was a wrestling ring. We used to wrestle each other for an hour every day at lunch.
How much does a wrestling ring cost to put in your backyard? Because David Arquette has one.
Oh yeah, they're
Dude,
not that bad. They're like 1,500 to 2,000.
Not bad.
That's what they were back then,
Did that just say that you guys were called the Headbangers?
Yeah, that group was called the Headbangers, and you know what I mean. But yeah, we got to go to we lived our fucking dream. That's what I'm saying. If you believe, okay, let me get corny for a minute, because it's as true as I can be. If you believe in the secret, you know what the secret is?
Yeah.
Or the laws
Sure.
of attraction, the powers of positive thinking. Let me tell you something. Me and Joey, from the time I was probably 14 and he was 11, we knew we were gonna be wrestlers. I'm saying it wasn't even a question. We were like, we're gonna be wrestlers. We fucking wouldn't hear anything else. I used to tell motherfuckers in school, you want my autograph now because you're not gonna be able to get it, and you'll be bragging you went to school with me because I'm gonna be a wrestler. And I meant it. You know what I mean? Like we knew it, right? When I was 17, he was 15. Hip hop started to overtake that dream. you know?
Yeah.
So we fought it for a long time, denying it. And then when I was 19 and he was 17, that's when we said, fuck it, we're doing music, right? when we had our first platinum record, okay, in 1997, out of nowhere, we get a call from the WWF or WWE now, and they say, hey man, we want you to make the ring music for this team we have called the Oddities. And we were like,
Yeah, I remember them.
do you know we wrestle? And they were like, what are you talking about? And we told them, and they flew us out there and we wrestled at the WWE place. You know, we wrestled for Vince fucking McMahon. And he wasn't in the room, but they videoed it, and we wrestled for their crew. And next thing you know, we debuted at SummerSlam. You know what I mean? Like with them, you know, ringside. And then we started wrestling with them. We had a couple of matches in the WWF. But when we left WWF, we suddenly went to their competition at the time, WCW.
Yep.
And we did that, and that's where we got our wrestling on. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, it was fucking awesome, man. That's us right there in the WCW. Joey in there getting his ass kicked right now, you know?
And that's you on the ropes.
Yeah.
Dude, year 2000, I was at the, I believe, final ever WCW event. It was in Panama City, Florida during spring break, and I was down there. Like the Jackass was.
Oh, you were at the last
sorry,
event?
it was 2001 March, like spring break, and I was just newly on TV. Man, it was my first spring break. First time I was in such a huge crowd, and everybody knew who I was, and everyone and I couldn't handle it, man. Like people were like, "Oh, let me get a photo with the cardboard cameras," and like this and that, and like I was just getting mobbed to a point that like I kind of freaked out a little bit, and I ended up going into this like VIP section, and I'm sitting at the bar next to this WCW wrestler named Canyon, and I said, dude, one more photo, one more autograph, I'm gonna snap, I'm over it, and this guy Canyon looks at me, he goes, he just shakes his head, he goes, hey man, stop for a second and think about a day when nobody wants another photo or an autograph.
Right, Canyon was a wise motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
He was for real. He was real cool, man. Yeah.
Really cool, man. And I thought about that. Ooh. And that really, really expanded my threshold for photos and autographs. Yeah, but I don't mean to take it away from you. And
No. You know, wrestling has been a part of us from the beginning. You know, it has a lot to do with ICP probably.
Yeah, I was just going to say, because
and all of that, you know what I'm saying? I think it comes from a wrestling background, you know. I'm still doing wrestling. I've been talking with Billy Corgan somehow.
Wow.
I know.
I was on an airplane with him.
Really?
I never would have done it, you know. I just like, it's just crazy, you know. And but
he's got NWA.
That's what I'm saying. And so I'm starting there with them at the this place called the Chase in St. Louis, which is historic for wrestling, you know, for this event called NWA 75, which is the NWA National Wrestling Alliance 75th anniversary.
Oh wow, NWA is that old.
Yeah, oh yeah. Way old. Yeah, oh fuck, man. NWA used to be, NWA became WCW.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
After the rap group kind of took that over?
Yeah, the rap group came, put it down.
Was it Waterloo, Iowa?
Wow, that's epic, man. You said you were fat, and now you look like you lost a lot of weight. You're in good health. Like talk
I'm
to us-
doing real good right now. Yeah.
You had like it was a public like known thing.
Yeah, the heart failure.
You had like a real serious health scare. You gotta keep an eye on your health, not just your physical health, but your financial health, the health of your business. And right now is the calm before the holiday storm. So it's time to get in there with ShipStation. That's how you sell to your audience online. It's how I sell all of my Steve-O's hot sauce for your butthole on Amazon, Steve-O.com. It doesn't matter where you do business, if it's Etsy, if it's like eBay. I mean, come on. It's all integrated into ShipStation. And it's also, ShipStation has the best shipping rates from FedEx, United States Postal Service, the UPS, all baked into one easy-to-use interface so that when you get an order, boom, your label prints out. You stick your product in the box, slap on the label, and it goes out the door. And that's what you got to do this holiday season. Plus, if you go to ShipStation.com and use the promo code STEVO, they're going to set you up with a 2-month free trial so that you can find out for yourself just how easy and affordable it is. So, go to ShipStation.com and use the promo code STEVO. What do you get? Again, 60-day risk-free free trial so that you can try out this service yourself and get to making money in time for the holidays, people. It's time to make ship happen. So ShipStation.com with the promo code STEVO. Now let's get back to it.
Fuck yeah. Well, you know, to hear those words, heart failure is pretty heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just those words, you can sugarcoat that any way you want. Those words put together in any sentence is like, oh, what the fuck, you know? So it was shocking, you know what I mean? But I started to notice that I was like losing my wind, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I'd be doing regular things that I do, but I'd be like winded, you know, like I'm feeling twice as winded, like what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? So when I started getting worried about it, you know, I went to the doctor, and I think this is right at the beginning of COVID, you know? Because I remember the doctor couldn't come down, or no doctor could. I went to the hospital with my brother to get it checked out, and no doctors were available because of COVID. You know what I'm saying?
And it sounds like you're describing symptoms of COVID because it's a respiratory thing and you can't breathe, right?
But,
Yeah.
Well, I could breathe. Like I was living with this. You know what I mean? It didn't happen like overnight where I'm like, why am I so winded? You know what I'm saying? I noticed my wind getting worse, and I just assumed it was I don't know what the fuck. I hadn't been on the road or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But
Like you're out of shape.
yeah, you know. But then I was like, this is something wrong. You know what I mean? So yeah, I had been living with it. You know. So anyway, they ended up admitting me the next day, and they were like, yeah, you got heart failure. You know?
Congestive heart failure.
Yeah, something like that. And I was like, what does that mean? And they were like, your heart's beating irregularly, you know? And they're like, we're gonna try to shock it with the, you know, and put it back. It'll flip back, you know, and
rhythm.
flip back in. So they did that, and they did it twice, and then they're like, all right, we got to do this procedure called a fibrillation. You know what I mean? And they did that, right? Basically, and I've been back to where I was before I had heart failure. Ever since, you know what I mean? And they're like, it could last like that for who knows, but it could stop at any time, you know what I'm saying? And go back to what it was. But I want to say, because right now I'm totally where I've ever been before any of that, you know, like I don't have an irregular heartbeat. But that could change, you know what I mean? But they did a procedure that stopped it, you know what I'm saying? And I want to say that before I had that procedure, though, we did 2 concerts, you know what I mean? And I paced myself, you know what I mean? And I did it. And they were telling me, you can live with it. You just gotta pace yourself. You can't be out here fighting. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Like they were like, you can live with it. You can, you know, you just can't do like you used to. You'll get to know, like when you start losing your breath, it's gonna be way quicker than back in the day, you know, before you had this.
Did they say you had to rocket like fewer Fago bottles?
No, like that, you know?
Because that's not happening.
What was the cause of it? Did they tell you what's the cause?
Shit, man. You know, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Touring life?
Huh?
Just like being on tour your whole life and...
I don't know. I was heavy a
Being
lot.
overweight doesn't
Oh
help.
my God, I was heavy, bro. Like 450 pounds. You know what I mean? Like,
Did it run in the family?
being heavy?
Being heavy or even heart problems?
No, I don't know my dad. You know what I mean? But not in my mom. My mom's still alive. You know what I mean? So no, I don't know. But they were like, you know, you can live a life, but it means you gotta step back. And so we were like, why tour like we've always been? You know what I mean? Like why go out and pound the pavement like we always been? Neither one of us like doing it like that anyway. You know what I mean? We, you know, like we would be totally on the road constantly playing a lot of the same venues, and it would get monotonous. Except for the time on stage, of course. The rest of it sucked, you know? So we were like, man, we'll just do the annual events. And so I announced it, and that's when it went everywhere, you know what I mean?
How do you guys travel around for tour? Buses or planes?
Buses. Unless we're doing like a one-off, we'll fly out and do it or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll fly out and do 3 shows and take a van every city and then, you know, type of thing, you know what I mean?
When you got buses, do you have your own bus?
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, I just went to the doctor at
Well, we
UCLA.
bring our families out too, you know?
Well, of course.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to the doctor and everything was fine except for they said I had a leaky heart valve.
Oh, yeah?
And I was like, and they're like, oh, don't worry, like a lot of people have that. It's just something to keep an eye on. You got to get checked every year.
Are you kidding or for real?
I swear to God.
Sounds like a fucking car problem.
And then my brother-in-law, no, they're like, you got to come get it checked once a year, but like,
valve, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, leaky heart valve.
Tune that motherfucker up.
They said it's like a high blood pressure thing, and so I'm trying to get my weight down and eat healthy. And heart shit's scary though.
No, fuck, man, come on, heart failure. I can't deny it. You
What
know?
did they shocked you while you were alive? I mean, while you were awake.
They put you out, you know, and shock you, you know, and then they're like, oh, it didn't work. We're gonna try it again, you know.
But you weren't up to.
No,
that.
fuck no.
You said that your health scare became a public thing. Like when you announced you weren't going on tour, is that like so you said, "Hey, Juggalos, I need to tell everybody. I want to announce that because I got this heart situation, I'm now taking a step back from touring."
Yeah, we said we're done touring. You know, we're gonna do a farewell tour. You know what I mean? But we're just kind of putting it off, you know what I'm saying? a little bit, you know what I mean? But yeah, we're gonna do a farewell tour, you know, and go around one last time and go to Australia and go to Canada and Europe. That's around the world for us. We don't ever go to Japan or anything, you know what I mean?
Right.
Dude, that's funny. I remember when we went. It was like shortly after we saw you at your show, and was it Ohio when we went out
No,
there?
you mean after we saw you at your show? You mean when I was
The butthole?
hosting? When I was hosting
Yeah.
the main stage
Yeah.
at the gathering of the Juggalos? When I was allowed to do something that nobody else is allowed to do. Nobody introduces ICP at the gathering.
And shows his
Nobody.
butthole to 10,000
It shows his
juggalos.
butthole to 10,000.
Dude,
Yeah.
that was a bigger deal like than anything because I thought like, you know, hey man, I'm gonna like get on stage. Like they want me to introduce each act that comes out on the main stage. So what I want to do is like do a cool stunt, like the cool trick, like for each act, and then like each act is a bigger act than the one before, so each introduction gets a bigger stunt than the one before, and I'm building my way up, and then by the time ICP comes out, I'm gonna be straight on fire. And like I even said, I was like, oh yeah guys, I'm gonna keep getting gnarlier and gnarlier. By the time I get done, I'm gonna be on fucking fire and like this and that. And then I hear, yo dude, you can't introduce ICP. Nobody introduces ICP. Like it's a big thing, you know. Like they just like it's the thing. You just can't do it. And I was like, dudes,
No,
I told all these people I'm gonna set myself on fire. Like I can't tell them I'm gonna do that and then not do it. And like they're like, ooh, it just doesn't work that way. So I go to Shaggy and Jay.
No, you don't understand. That was Billy, and this is the deal. From the beginning, oh shit, sorry. From the beginning, every time we have a host, you know, we always stop there because what we would do is cut the lights out on stage, and then we would just all of a sudden, you know, and it would,
Well, right.
yeah, we just
I mean,
wouldn't
it's
do
a
it.
big
But
deal.
No. Billy didn't understand that you were building up for that, and that plus we wanted you to do us. It's a big deal to have you there. You know what I'm saying? It's actually it's our fault because we probably should have told Billy, but I just thought he was assuming what we did. Like, yeah, let's let Steve. That's the coolest thing. You know what I'm
Nobody,
saying? Having
like-
you introduce us.
Nobody communicated anything, and
Right, it's our
like
fault, though.
let alone me communicate to you guys, or like nobody communicated anywhere. And that's a law that's been set in stone for as long as the gathering has existed. And like
Billy
that-
saw
like,
your butthole and he's like, this guy's not
You know
introducing
what he did to me there, man? Fucking when I see him the first time, he walks up, and I'm going to give him a dab, like, what's up, brother? And he goes like, oh, or something. He fucking fried my head on fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember talking about it. We were like, is that safe with all the
It
face
scared
paint?
the shit out of me, but then I didn't know look, I failed this word in fucking a spelling bee. I never thought I'd use it, but until I need to now. I was flabbergasted. That's the only way I can describe what the fuck. It was like my entire head went up in a ball of fire, but then I was like, I'm fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's because, like, when I say I'm lighting myself on fire, I had a can of hairspray. And what I do with the hairspray is I spray it all over my head, and then I light my head on fire, and then Scott over here, like,
photo.
spits lamp oil off my head. Scott blew a massive...
Bottom, right
massive. Look at that fireball that Scott blew. Like, you got to get a wider shot of that. It was big. But so anyway, I had that bottle of hairspray in my hand, and I just went around clicking a lighter and just blasting the lighter with the hairspray. And dude, like, when Shaggy had like a bug land on his face,
Yeah,
and I burned it off.
there. Ice was there.
Yeah, Vanilla Ice. Dude, how about this? Vanilla Ice has been to like almost every single gathering of the Juggalos there ever was.
Yeah.
And
DJ
then
Paul.
DJ Paul from
Oh,
3
yeah,
6
DJ
Mafia.
Paul's a regular. Yeah, he's the shit.
He's got a Hatchet Man tattoo on
I
his
think
neck.
Chris Hansen was there too.
Chris
Chris
Hansen
Hansen's
was...
my
Yeah.
fucking boy. For real. No.
That's so sick.
For real. That's my boy.
Well, how do you guys know each
He lives
other?
in Michigan. Like, we have lunch and shit. Chris Hansen, you can't be on anybody's dick no harder than I have been on Chris Hansen's. I would binge watch that shit so many times, I would question myself. Like, am I in love with this man? You know what I mean? Because I know every episode front to back. I
That's
love
funny,
Chris
dude.
Hansen. And I used to say, I had a lyric in a song, I said, Chris Hansen is a juggalo, but he don't know it. And I wrote that when I didn't even know the motherfucker remotely. And I ended up knowing him.
Dead
You guys
so
just have
rad.
lunch and when you're in town.
And it was the same
Yeah, he's
gathering.
my boy. He comes to my house. He did a fucking thing on my house. It's so funny. You got to see it. Chris Hansen, he's the shit. He did something for us for our social media. He walks through my house and he's going through my house and it's funny. It's really funny, man. Chris Hansen is a good dude, and he did our talk show in my living room.
Yeah, the collaboration.
Yeah, I am a fan of Chris Hansen.
Fuck yeah, me too, man. He's so dope, and he's cool as fuck. You know, he'll text me probably once a month and just be like, Chris Hansen here checking in. I'm like, bro, you can just say Chris. I know who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything he says sounds like it's in a news report. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He's so dope.
He is
What's
very,
your-
very dope.
What's your relationship with DJ Paul?
Without question, my relationship with DJ Paul is long and wild, unlike my bush, which is very short and well-groomed thanks to Manscaped. That's because I use the Lawnmower 4.0. It is the greatest men's grooming device in the world, and I stand by that, as will you, if you go to manscaped.com and use the promo code STEVO to enjoy 20% off your order plus free shipping. Let's face it, folks, fall is here, and fresh ball fall it will be if you go to manscaped.com and get that Lawnmower 4.0. That's right. Plus, with the nose hair and the ear hairs, get your Weed Whacker 2.0 too. I mean, that's the way the ladies like it. Fresh and clean. And that's how you should be. So one more time, go to manscaped.com. Use the promo code STEVO for free shipping and 20% off your order. Yeah, dude. Let's get back to it.
How'd you? Because when we saw him at the thing, he loved you, and I was like, "How do you know this guy?" You're like, "Oh, dude, we have a."
We filmed with the 3 6 Mafia for Wild Boys.
Oh, that was for that.
In Tennessee, like Memphis, Tennessee. We did a bit with feigning goats. We did a bit with putting gunpowder between two anvils and like firing an anvil like hundreds of feet in the air. And it was like 3 6 Mafia. They were just like
Also number 2, right?
So yeah, they were number 2 as well. But But we filmed with them before they won the Oscar. You know, it was like it was just like we were down with them, and then they had like blew up, and it was just like we've been super tight with them.
And then how'd you link up with DJ Paul? How did he become part of that?
Man, we've been down with them. You know what the coolest fucking thing is? All right, they did exactly what we did. You know, come up in their own hood, super strong. Like they used to sell mad records just in Memphis. That's what helped them grow from there, you know, independently, just like us, Detroit, you know, and they were doing the wicked shit, which is the kind of music, what we call it, the wicked shit, right? Which is pretty much horror in your rap, you know what I mean?
Hypnotized
Like,
Minds was so
dark
good.
shit, you
Yeah.
know? And so anyway, we never knew them though. All of a sudden, in the only group I've ever known that was actually platinum called us up, or gold, called us up and was like, we want you guys to do a song with us. And our wigs was like a fucking can of sardines peeled back.
When was that?
That was just another crazy click. What was it? Fuck, I don't know, like 99?
Wow.
99, I think.
Yeah, I would.
But they sent us a platinum record and everything when it went platinum. But we booked them for the gathering then, way back then, and they just came and murked it. It was only the third gathering, so this was the 23rd or the 24th, I think, third. Anyway, so that's
like
20
1 a year?
years I've known them. We must have did fucking us and 3-6. I think we did 3 or 4 songs together, maybe more, over the years.
So epic, man.
Yeah.
And dude, DJ Paul was just hammered.
I did an album with DJ Paul. Oh,
Wow.
yeah, that's the thing, man. Yeah.
I remember because I made a video. I put the video out on YouTube. It's since no longer on YouTube because, like, it's like a strike waiting to happen, kind of, you know. But I put the video, before I put the video out, DJ Paul was so drunk in this video. Like, I shared it with him before I made it public. I was like, hey, Paul, like, I'm not comfortable putting this video out without your blessing. I just need you to look at it. Like, tell me if it's okay. Like, I totally get it if you don't want to be.
He's like, yeah, what's wrong with it?
He's like, dude, that's killer, man. Yeah, like, it's great, man.
Man, I give him the award for best dressed. Man, I follow his Instagram. I just love the way that motherfucker dresses, man. I'm on his dick too. I'm not gonna lie. Like I tell him all the time, like you're like a real friend. You know what I mean? Like you know, yeah, like industry friends or whatever. You know what I mean? Paul's like a real friend. You know what I'm saying? DJ Paul is like a good dude, man.
Yeah, and then you
Genuine
had
dude.
Kid from Kid and Play, right?
Yeah.
He was on there.
Yeah. Hell yeah, Kid and Play.
DJ Paul told me at one point that he wanted to get into doing stand-up comedy. He was trying to do it, and like, did I have any advice for him? And I was like, my advice is to just do it. Just start doing it. And if you want to come over to my house and work on material, like, I'm happy to do that. And he came over, and we worked out like a bunch of material. And I don't know if you ever did it. Have you heard about him getting on stage?
No,
Jim?
I'm thinking about it though because I know a lot of wrestlers are doing that.
Mick Foley.
Yeah, a lot of guys are doing
Mick
it.
Foley's been
Foley's doing
it forever.
stand-up?
He's
Yeah.
been doing it forever, and he's got the best reputation on the comedy
Whoa.
club circuit. Like, he and I were like the two people who always, like, every single person would take a photo with him after the show.
Yeah, that's sick.
You know, I heard
God.
even the Undertaker's doing that.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Like, in other words, imagine you're in the club, right, or the bar, right? Because a lot of these guys are playing bars, you know, and you're in this bar or whatever, and like a massive bar, you know, and Undertaker's there to it's not do comedy really. They tell stories.
Yeah.
But still, like, you know, think about you're in the bar and all of a sudden they hit the Undertaker's bell and they cut the lights out. Everybody's like, oh, shit.
sure.
Right? And then he comes out and cracks a joke. You know what I mean? Everybody laughs. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, it would be such a good time, you know? Something different. And I like that these wrestlers are doing that. I like any way for wrestlers to get out and get money.
For
Sure.
sure. For sure.
Is it like story time, or is they're actually like doing jokes?
No, they
I mean, right
you
here it
can tell
says-
jokes in telling any story.
Right,
really.
right.
You know what I mean? If you know if you're that kind of guy, and I like that these guys are doing it. Yeah, man.
Ric Flair's been doing a lot of podcasts, telling a lot of funny stories.
Fuck yeah, these guys can get paid to come in and do that.
Here it says
Yeah.
the Undertaker's comedic stylings are described on his website as the prop comedy Carrot Top meets the frenetic zaniness of Dane Cook with the sassy dash of Amy Schumer.
Fucking right.
Wow.
See that? What a multi-talented ninja. And yeah, man.
Dude, I love it. Our buddy Zach Ass hosted the stage at this most recent
Oh, yeah, that's
gathering.
right.
He did?
Yeah.
He did, and so I reached out to Zach. Like I wanted to know, Zach, did you show the Juggalos your butthole? You know, because they want to see it. Like you get on stage at the gathering, they want to see your butthole.
That's speculation on your part.
No,
I'll tell you why.
That's all in your head.
The chant. Hold on. I'm going to speak on behalf of this Juggalo, but I think I'm speaking for many. The chant is dope, or yelling it when people least expect it. Show us your butt, you know,
Yeah, of course.
right? Heckle style, right? But when actually it happens, you know what I mean? I think it's unexpected. You know what I mean? I don't think they when they're yelling it, I don't know if they're actually trying to see it.
Yeah, are you the only person that actually showed your butthole?
But when you're Steve-O, when you do it in front of a fucking, you know, of course you're gonna do it. You know,
I
they're
mean,
gonna love
dude,
it.
like, as far as I was concerned, I heard, show us your butthole.
Of course.
I came off stage, I said to Shaggy, I said, man, it's so crazy, they're screaming, show us your butthole. And Shaggy said, yeah, they want to see it. You know, like, they're not kidding. Like,
But
you know?
ask Shaggy, has he ever shown it?
No, Shaggy, and then I tried to show Shaggy my butthole. And
What'd
he
he
was-
do? Ran?
Yeah,
Fuck no.
Yeah, he
Right.
said that was like the sun. He said he cannot look at it.
Right. Right.
Yeah, my butthole became an absolute, like, thing.
The star of the gathering.
I mean, dude, like,
the brown star of the gathering.
The brown
like
star of
there
the
was
gathering.
the cavernous, like gaping cave of the gathering, and so
That
there's
was
like
the most
shocking photo
wretched
of
way to ever describe it. I was thinking milk dud.
No,
What'd
no.
you say?
I
It was
said
like-
cavernous, like it looked like with the way the lighting
That's
was.
not. You didn't just say cavernous. You said all kind of shit.
Yeah.
With
There's a
cavernous.
there's
Yeah.
memes about it.
Yeah, like there. I mean, dude, the way the lighting. I showed Lux this photo that Shaggy sent me from the crowd.
Oh, gaping. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
gaping.
What an awful
Like-
fucking word. Gaping.
And Lux says it looks like you could have fit the entire microphone up your butt without touching a side.
How the fuck could
Like,
the word gaping ever be used in something delightful or joyous? You know what I'm saying?
I think we might be about to see it. There
Oh
it is.
my god! Just a crystal clear, digital, fucking perfect shot.
Yeah, dude.
It's like better than reality.
That's a double
Oh,
back.
God.
That is a double back with the back burger.
Oh fuck! Is that streaming a motherfucking hologram or something? I feel like it's really there.
Yeah, we can take the butthole off the screen.
Yeah. So I asked Zach.
3D hologram coming at
You should make that an NFT. The butthole NFT.
I asked Zach, did he show the Juggalos his butthole? And he says, I butt chugged Fago.
Really?
And I said,
Whoa.
bravo.
That a boy.
Bravo. Way to make it your own.
Yeah.
you. You know,
Way to do it, like, way to make it ICP, like,
Themed.
pertinent.
Yeah.
Like, butthole in play. Butt chug Fago.
That's great.
Yeah.
Do you have a?
juggalos are crazy as. Sorry to cut you off.
No, go for it.
Juggalos are crazy as fuck. Everybody knows that. You guys are crazy as fuck. You know what I mean? I think, you know, just where me and Shaggy draw the line is naked buttholes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
and pretty much penises. You know what I'm saying? Naked. Like in
Right.
our visual.
Right, well, here's the
Well, there's a
thing.
lot of people walking around naked when we were driving around
I
in the
know.
golf
And
cart over there.
juggalos speak for themselves. They don't give a fuck what we're. They don't care if we
Yeah.
puss out on that.
Yeah,
They're all-
Violent
they're
J is
whatever they
not their
want, you know.
dad. Okay? You know, you're not my dad. Okay?
Do you, go ahead.
Well, it was Shaggy who sent me that photo text. That photo came from Shaggy, like getting it from somebody, and then he texted it to me, and then I put it all over the internet. Right?
Way to get in front of it.
Right. I got in front of it, and then
Here I am claiming that we don't fucking stand for photos. So you get that shot texted to him by Shaggy.
So I told,
What the fuck?
When I got off stage from showing the crowd my butthole, like Shaggy was right there. And I said, Shaggy, dude, I just spread my butt cheeks as far apart as I possibly could until it hurt. Like, and then the next day, he texts me that photo and he says, you weren't kidding.
Jesus.
You weren't kidding. So the thing was that when I saw Shaggy next in person, Scott wasn't there. He had COVID. It was just me and the gorgeous Paul Brisky and Shaggy on my tour bus. And I said, hey, Shaggy, I want to clear the air. You know, the way that my butthole looked in that photo, like it really was just the lighting. I want you to know that there's nothing wrong with my butthole. You know, and I got up and I started to show it to him. He freaked out. He was like, well, what are you doing?
Right.
He freaked.
He texted you the picture of it. It wasn't even just a fucking picture. It was like a fucking photographer was waiting on it or something. Like it was set up on a tripod on a stand and everything. It was so fucking well taken.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, it was an epic thing, man. It was an epic thing. But dude, I gotta say too that like not only do I love you, I mean I really mean it. I love you, dude. I love who you are. I love the kind of guy you are. And I think this episode that we're recording of the Wild Ride podcast is right up there with the most entertaining. This has been nonstop entertainment. Like, it's incredible, dude.
Bro, I love you too, man. You know that, right?
Yeah, big time, dude.
I tell them for real, you like, man, you just like everything about you, bro. I could go on a whole fucking seminar. You know what I'm saying? The way he flipped his life. You know, it was almost from like it was from one dramatic, what is it called? One drastic to another.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
like you're saying one, like
Extreme
one
to another.
extreme to the other.
Then where it was there is one extreme to the fucking other. You know what I'm saying? Like it couldn't have been farther in one direction.
It's like a full 180.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? and then when you get it right, of course, it's a fucking extreme in that direction. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit you do, the type of person you are, how you can almost, who the fuck can't get along with Steve-O on the planet? You know what I'm saying?
And you and I have had
From can't nobody get along with him. You know what I'm saying? Went from
Now.
most people can't even be the type of person that a lot of people get along with. He's like anybody on the planet can get along with. Now, he's got that about him. You're so easy. You know what I mean?
Well,
But
thanks,
then
man.
before you were the opposite in that direction. Almost nobody could get along with it. After a while, you're just like, you know. I read your book. I'm reading it again.
Ah, damn.
For real. And you're saying it yourself in the book. You know what I mean?
Couldn't I gotta get you my new book.
I got it.
Oh, you got the new book?
Yeah.
Sick, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I write about you in the book, the new book.
Listen.
I tell that whole
I was
story.
just going to tell you I didn't finish it. You know what I'm saying? Because I lost it.
Oh, fuck.
We'll get you another one.
I'm going to tell you, I bought it twice. Swear, every time I'm on a flight, I grab one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I bought that book twice and lost it twice.
Well,
you
dude,
know what I mean?
I got you, dog. I got you. And you and I have been in touch, like, on a more, like, personal level, like checking in on each other, like talking about stuff that, like, you don't talk about publicly, right? Like
net worths and stuff.
Shit, I wish me and Steve will sit around talking about networks. I'm not in that league.
That's so funny, dude. But and like I'm sensitive to what like you and I have talked about that you don't necessarily put out there. But I'm asking you because we haven't been in contact for a minute. Like, how are you doing, and how is your health, and what's going on with you?
Well, you know, man, I'm doing good, man. I've been, you know, I went through fucking really epic fucking...
Roller coaster?
No, man, because it was just... epic bomb after epic bomb. You know what I mean? In my life, like two things in my life collided like at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a fucking
With the death.
yeah, man. Everything like that whole time, like and then coming out of that, my brother and his girl that he had been with, who was working with us, you know what I mean, for years, like 8 or 9 years or something like that. They were together and she was all apart. They split up, you know what I'm saying, and she went legitimate crazy. The reason they split up is because I guess allegedly her medications or whatever, she wasn't taking them or something like that. I don't know. I can't speak. That's just what my brother's very elusive. But anyway, she went crazy though, like allegedly. I don't want to get in trouble.
Right.
But anyway, and she went on like the warpath saying craziness. We pretty much got over it all though. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But all that shit happened. That whole factor was a small thing after what I just gone through though. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I went through like just multiple bad things coming. Boom, 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 and I never lost nobody before. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's just there's no shortcut.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like there's no trick. You know what I'm saying? There's no way to get around it.
Just gotta wait it out with time.
You just gotta eat it. You just gotta let it roll you over. You can fucking run, deny, try to go run around it. It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Until you just lay down and let it fucking steamroll you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is, man. But
Where you're at now, you.
Yeah, man. I mean, no, I'm all good, man. Shit, I went to a trauma center. You know what I'm saying? It was like a rehab and a trauma center in Florida. It was both actually.
Was it like a mental health sabbatical?
No, it was like how do I deal with this? And I'm on drugs. You know what I'm saying? It was awful. You know what I'm saying? It was just like too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because historically, you've not been like an alcohol and drugs kind of guy.
No.
When that crept up, that wasn't your MO.
No, not for my whole life. You know what I mean?
And then
I hadn't had a problem in my whole life. You get what I'm saying?
right, and then it kind of, because that wasn't your MO when that was going on, it was very secretive.
Yeah.
Right, and so that's why I was being so careful to help protect.
I want to say it became secretive. You get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I guess you could say the problem became secretive. You get what I'm saying?
Why? Because
Sure.
you had shame around your behavior and you didn't want to tell anybody, and it just kept growing and growing.
Yeah,
No, but you know what I'm saying? It just became
a problem.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? More, it's weird because I never actually felt like that though. I kind of escaped feeling like it was, I kind of escaped ever dealing with my own guilt because I never actually felt it was a problem. Mm-hmm. And maybe I'm stubborn or stupid, but I'm also, when I put my mind to something, I've been successful. You know what I mean? So for a long time, I told myself I could do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like when an alcoholic really gets bad, that's when they start sneaking drinks and hiding the fact that they're drinking. If I'm hearing what you're saying, once it kind of became a problem, you had to be secretive about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I hear you saying, yeah, the most, and dude, people with alcoholic addictive tendencies tend to be the most driven, ambitious, capable people, people who absolutely succeeded in everything they tried to do, but that alcoholism and addiction is where that party stops.
I was listening to an Andrew Huberman podcast, and he was talking about childhood trauma is linked, the more childhood trauma you have, the more successful a person usually becomes, because it's they're just so focused on pleasing other people or pleasing their father, pleasing their mother. They have to fucking get this successful goal to prove that they're, and so it's linked with childhood trauma on how successful people are.
But yeah, I'm not trying to get you all on blast on this, but I'm super.
Anything you want to talk about, bro, honestly, I really don't care. Like when I say that, I mean, of course I care. I'm not ashamed of anything in my life.
Good,
you know,
man.
and I want to say this. There's an art to not giving a fuck.
Okay.
It can be very, very helpful. And when you genuinely don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And I think about my life and my secrets and everything going on in my life, and I think if the only thing I don't want nobody seeing me doing is jacking off. I would be uncomfortable with that. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I don't want nobody. Other than that, I really don't give a fuck if a video came out of me doing anything. Because I'm not doing anything that I feel is hurtful to anybody.
Yeah.
Or creepy, in my opinion, because I'll say anything I do.
Yeah.
I don't have any secrets. You know what I'm saying? That was like the only one I had, really, was drugs. You get what I'm saying? For that period of my life. But other than that, there's nothing I'm regretful or guilty of that I do. You know what I mean?
That's good, man. And but like with respect to all that, like you got your recovery on track.
Yeah, man, 100%, bro. 100%.
Yeah, I love that, man.
No,
I
give you my
that.
word, though.
Right.
Like my brother, after all that, I live with my brother, you know what I'm saying? My brother called Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew was the one that suggested the place I went to. You know what I'm saying? The trauma center and the rehab, you know what I mean? So they set up a plan or something because I piss random for my brother. You know what I mean?
Good.
And I said to my brother, he's like, listen, when we start doing these tests, don't give me no shit no matter what kind of fucking mood you're in, you know? And I remember telling him when I came out in January 1st, I said, there's nothing I want more than to put 5,000 clean tests between this time period I just got through in my life and gaining your motherfuckers' trust. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So bring them bitches on. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
And now every time, like my brother, if he's slipping, I'll be like, Rob, you want me to drop? You know what I mean? He'll be like, yeah, you know what I mean? But it's random, you know what I mean? He'll also come up, knock on the bedroom door, you know what I mean? When I'm not thinking about it, you know what I mean? And that's the shit.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't have urges anyway.
Okay.
That's where I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't. It's just not something that haunts my mind, you know? So I don't really, that's why I don't want to go to meetings. And I don't want to be, you know, I love the sobriety community and everything, and it saved my life. But the reason I'm not active in it and I don't want to go to meetings is I the type of person I am, it's easy for me not to remind myself of all that, you know, because I don't think about it. You get what I'm saying? And I think if I did that, I probably would. You get what I mean? Because I would start to think about it more than I do. And I don't. You know what I mean?
If that's working for you,
yeah, man.
If that's working for you, then that's all that matters.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And if it stops working and you find yourself going around the loop, then you want to look at it, because that happens a lot.
Come on now. Yeah. Even if I started to feel that way.
Yeah.
A lot of people have reached out. The sober community is massive. It's way bigger than people fucking think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you know, like, I'm part of that community, and I'm like hitting you up like, hey man, how's it going? Like, what's going on, dude?
It's people genuinely fucking care. You know what I'm saying? And when I say active, I mean going to meetings and stuff. You know, it's because, you know, bless the Creator, whoever is blessing me. I don't have those kind of urges. You know what I mean? I don't.
Good,
I don't
man.
live with that. You know what I mean? And if I did, I would fucking be doing something about. I would be doing something about it. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, man, it's just not. It's not been an issue for me, and I'm so fucking grateful. You know?
And you look great.
Thanks, man.
You're like, you look great. You sound great. You lost a lot of weight.
I gained some though, man. Yeah, you know.
What are you doing in LA?
Promoting. You know what I mean? Getting ready for this tour. You know, I want to fucking come out and bring my girlfriend out here. She never been to LA.
It's the three-headed monster tour that we're promoting.
Yeah, man.
But can you bring up that tour schedule again, Isaac? When does that kick off?
Your girl's promoting stuff too.
Yeah, hell yeah. How you know that?
I got a newsletter from I think she's a part of the same like publicist, and I got it last night in the mail coincidentally.
I'm
and
tell you how I met
said
her,
Violent
man.
J's girl.
When I went through everything, you know what I mean? I just was, you go dark for a long time, you know what I'm saying? But re-emerging to the world, I start going through Instagram, you know what I mean? And I like Instagram, by the way. You know what I'm saying? I like Instagram because it's quick information and it's everything. Everything in the world is on there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And,
we like Instagram because it's completely addictive by design.
it is, I know. But I started looking at all the hotties on there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'd see one model who's got like millions of followers or something, right? And I would just look at who she's following. It'd be mad other hotties, you know what I mean? So I'd just be hitting all these hotties, you know, and literally months and months are going by, you know what I mean? And I developed my favorites out of two people, and this girl was one of them, right? Her name was Sarah Russi. That's Russi, right? And she was like just Queen Hottie, right? Anyway, never thought in my wildest dream I could fucking holler, you know what I'm saying? So I sent a fucking
Dick pic.
I just was like, damn, like the way you doing that thing or something like that, you know what I mean? And she was just like, hi, you know, or whatever. And I just started hollering, you know what I mean? Anyway, it was just cool though, man. And she's different than anybody. You know, she wasn't a juggalette or a juggalo. She just is, you know, living this different life. You know, there's OnlyFans. She's living out in Miami. You know what I'm saying? By herself. She ain't really got a big network of people out there. You know what I mean? It's just her and a friend or two she hangs with. You know. And it's all about business. And the way she does her thing, I dig the way some of these OnlyFans do it, you know what I mean? Not OnlyFans, Instagram models.
Yeah.
Because they catch your eye because they're creative. It's like, no, for real. You can be, in my time, you could only be music, you could be sports, or you could be fucking acting. You know what I'm saying? But now you can be famous, or a politician or something like that. Now you can be famous on these other fucking platforms because
Yeah.
people are good at that shit. You know, like some of these chicks, they work hard. Like every day they have a different outfit, a different location. Like that shit's a full-time job.
Yeah, for
different
sure.
fucking hair and everything, and you start to appreciate what they put into their hustle. You know what I'm saying? And so anyway, that just made me think different, kind of stepping out of my normal world and meeting her. You know what I mean?
It's good.
Yeah.
You're happy.
Yeah. Well, I'm. You know, depression's a motherfucker. You know
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in Ohio at the same time, bro. I'm looking at our tour dates. You got Cleveland, Ohio on September 8th. I'm in Akron, Ohio on September 8th. So we're both on stage at the same time. But September 9th, you have no show, and I'm in Toledo, Ohio.
Bro, get out of here, man, because Toledo's right between. I mean, I go home after Cleveland. I was going to sleep that night after your show now and head to Boston.
All right, dude, let's hang out in Toledo, Ohio.
Bro, that's
on
only
September
45
9th.
minutes from my house.
Dude, sick. You know what? I don't promote my tour enough on the podcast. I got to let people know. I'm going to be on tour, the final shows of the Bucket List Tour, September 1st in Connecticut, September 2nd, Atlantic City, New Jersey, September 3rd in Boston. I got New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia, second show added, North Carolina, and Florida. Get your tickets, dog. Get your tickets to the Three-Headed Monster Tour. Starts September 7th in Lansing, Michigan. Then September 8th, Cleveland, Ohio. September 11th, Boston. September 12th, New York. Ooh, up to Canada. We got Quebec, Ontario. Back down to the States, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, North Dakota. Back up to Canada again, dude. You guys are hitting it hard. Manitoba, Saskatoon, Alberta, British Columbia, back to the States, Washington, Oregon, California, Los Angeles. There you go, dude. Arizona, ending in San Diego. That's a fucking heavy run, dog.
Yes. Well, it's like a month, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's fun because it's something different, you know, getting up there with those guys.
The routing makes sense. I can see where you're crossing up into Canada, where you're crossing back, working your way west.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
Right?
Where can they get tickets?
Psychopathicrecords.com, pal.
That's right.
Psychopathicrecords.com, acidrap.com,
That's eShop.
chapter17.com.
That's Ouija.
All right, dude. I mean, I think this has been the most explosively entertaining podcast we've done in quite some time.
It's
and
been
we're,
great.
I dare say, getting pretty good at it.
Fuck yeah, man. Thank you, brother.
Dude, thank you. I've been getting better at not interrupting people. I only did it like 2 or 3 times.
I'm bad with that. I get excited and can't stop my fucking mouth.
I want to tell you again if I just went ahead and put you on blast in multiple ways, dude.
So
I hope
funny.
there's no
It's
disrespect.
funny, bro, because it's you know, I tell people, my mom does it, my girlfriend does it. It's an unnecessary worry. It's like I wish verbally I could relieve you of that worriness.
Okay, good.
But there's just no way I could do it, you know. But it's true. It just is not there, you know what I mean?
I would rather be concerned about having offended somebody and not than offend somebody and not be concerned.
I hear you, brother.
That first time we met, I offended you and I was not concerned. Nowadays, I don't offend you and I'm concerned. I'd rather be me now than I was back then.
My man.
Dude, I love you, dude.
Listen, one more thing before
Yeah,
we go. That
of
rap
course.
you did,
Which rap?
rap.
Poke the puss or
the one I think
5
it was
days
the
a
diss
month?
rap. The diss rap. You just
Oh.
listen. You can rap better than that. No, you can.
I know I was trying to be bad.
Yeah,
Wait,
okay.
wait,
I was gonna say quit fronting.
Yeah, I was trying to be bad. Recently when I was maybe you gotta get me in the studio, dude. I'm working on a rap redemption.
Do a verse for me on my record.
Okay, dude, I love it.
Will you really?
Dude, Scott's been up my ass. When are we gonna rap? When are you gonna rap?
Dude.
Just get
Let's
me
get
in
an
the
album
studio.
cracking, dude?
Where's the nearest studio?
Psychopathic
Man, they're
Records,
everywhere.
dude.
I'll bring a motherfucking recording machine to Toledo and be like, right.
Dude, all right. Okay, what do we have?
Don't say you can do something
No,
because I'll show
dude.
up with the studio in
Dude.
one of those mics
Yeah.
with this vocal catcher, whatever it is,
I'll
a
do
little
it.
foam thing
Yeah.
around it.
I'll do it right now.
Give you a notepad and a pen and write. Here's the beat, headphones.
Dude, I'll do it. I'll do it right now. What's this place we came to meet you?
This is a house. We're Airbnb.
Oh, Airbnb. Okay, so there's no studio in there.
No.
We'll do it in Toledo.
Yeah, man, that's what
Do
I
it in
said. I'm
Toledo.
gonna pull
Well, dude,
up with the
If I'm writing,
device.
if I'm writing, what?
You got to hear
do
the
you have
beat first.
Do you have a song?
Yeah, I can give you the song in advance and everything.
Okay, do you know what the song's about?
Yeah, listen, no, we don't even gotta do it together.
It's about net
Okay.
worth.
I'll send you I'll give you let me put it together. I'll put together the song. I'll send it to you when you can. You can lay the vocals like anywhere. You know, you
Right.
can probably you don't need a studio. Studios are obsolete now anyway. You can do everything in a bedroom. It just is in just as good quality sound as a studio.
Right.
You know, people just front and they're old school people like me
I'll do
still
it.
like to record in the studio because it's comfortable. You know?
Yeah.
Dude, I'll do it right here in this van. This van's
That's
a
what I'm
studio.
saying. I'll send you
Shit's
this. I'll
sick.
send you the song, lace it up, any way you want, and send that bad boy back.
Then maybe let's not even wait until Toledo. I've got the motivation. Let's bird in the hand, man. Bird in the hand.
Man.
Let's fucking dive on this. Let's make it happen, dude.
All right, because I want to show people how you can really rap.
All right, dude. I'm down.
Yes.
Right?
This is so.
Dude, like,
And by the way, freestyling is hellified impressive, but at the end of the day, it'll last forever on a song. You know what I mean?
Right.
Take your time and really put your effort and laces and make it your art and anything you want. I'm not knocking freestyling. Freestyling is an art and everything that too.
Harry Mack, dude.
But
killed
take your time with it. We'll freak it.
Right. And I'll have you know, I've got a list. I got a whiteboard in my studio at home, and it's got all my ideas for videos. And on that list, for the longest time, even at the top of the list, it says Rap Redemption. I gotta get it back. I gotta make like a track or
Are you serious?
or an album. I gotta make some music that I'm not embarrassed
Where is
of.
this list at?
In my bedroom, my house.
Okay, well, text
That's
me
my
a
guest
picture of
bedroom.
it when you get home tonight.
All right, that's highly classified information.
No, I just want to picture that on that.
I'll show it to you right now.
Not the list. The fucking take a picture of the where it says redemption, being a rapper.
Yeah, put it on your vision board.
I will.
If I see that on your list for real,
It is
you know what I'm
there.
saying? I will fucking gladly assist.
I got a thing about rigorous honesty, Jay. Like,
All right.
I care very much about my integrity, about my word.
Me too, man.
And
me fucking too. Yeah,
that's-
man. Me too.
Yeah, look, he's gonna show you.
Shit, that like what I have there is Okay.
I'm looking at his list. He said, I know there's some shit on there you don't want me to see.
For sure. How?
I got an old version that I fucking.
Oh, you don't.
I'll
have
take a
the-
picture. I'll text you when I get home. It's sitting right there. I can even call my lady and have her take a picture. But whatever. This has been epic, dude. I love you.
man.
Fucking
Super epic.
Yeah, thank you.
I love you guys, man.
Yeah,
you
love
guys
you
are the
too,
shit,
dude.
man.
Yeah, dude. Fucking thank you.
I'm out of here.
All right.
I'm gonna David Copperfield this bitch.
Watch your head on the way out.
Absolutely.
Now, right after we stopped recording, I found that image of Rap Redemption on my whiteboard. I went running out of the van, chased down Violent J, and showed him. And we've already begun the process of recording our new track. It's going to be amazing. Horror rap is what it is, okay? And I want you guys to go catch Violent J on his tour. It starts September 7th. Catch me on my tour. Starts September 1st. Yeah, and Toledo, the 9th of September, that's when we're going to record our music video. So that's a show that you want to be at. What else can I say, man? I really, really did check in on Jay multiple times to make sure that we were cool. And we are cool. So don't be mad at me, Juggalos. It's all good. And I love all of you guys for sticking around to the end of the podcast. Thank you much, and we'll see you on the road. Yeah. Hey everybody, and welcome to an explosive wild ride with Steve-O. This is the first that anybody has heard from my dear friend Bam Margera in quite some time. And with that said, there's been a lot of rumors and conspiracy theories and crazy stuff swirling around Bam, and I'm thrilled that you're going to be able to hear from Bam what really has been going on. And as we go into this, I would love to set the record straight that number one, Bam has not ever been under a conservatorship, that the temporary guardianship he was under did not ever have any financial implications, and what's come to be known as the Free Bam movement has really been very toxic. It's served to try to assassinate the character of Bam's former guardian, Lima, who has never been paid to work on Bam's case, has never done anything but try to help Bam. And it's been very upsetting to see people not only encouraging Bam to leave treatment and go get loaded, but just attacking this woman who's been so helpful and so beloved by Bam's family and friends. So I just wanted to set the record straight on that. Also, this episode was recorded a while back and we held on to it until now. And with that said, let's get into it. May God have mercy on our souls. Ladies and gentlemen, Bam Margera.
Yeah, man. Here I am in Orlando, Florida. I got a break from treatment center in Boca Raton, but I'm at the Dalton, Kanan, and Destin Dern triplets. They got a half pipe out back, and Phoenix is super stoked because he's going to Disney tomorrow.
Oh, man.
I love it. We've taken care of letting everybody know where you are.
Let's put your social security number up on next, if you don't mind. Yeah.
Wow,
But I'm
dude.
not stoked because I went skating for the first day, and some little poison shit ass waxed a half pipe open like an iceberg Eskimo, and like a penguin, I broke my wrist and elbow. My wrist was like a shape of an S, and my bone was practically popping out the back. They gave me the shit that killed Michael Jackson and knocked me straight out. Put it back in the place. They're like, he cannot be awake for this shit.
Shit.
The honest truth, I think, is, Bam, that we've reached an age where our bones break way more easily.
Oh yeah, this is my 11th wrist break on this one.
Wow.
11th on that wrist.
I think the only thing left to break is my right clavicle.
My left clavicle is ready to get some hardware out.
Because I got 16 staples in the head from cracking my head open from filming the Bloodhound Gang Cribs episode, and then I got 8 broken ribs, 4 broken ribs. Then I got 4 broken wrists, 11 broken wrists, broken elbow twice now, and then 3 broken feet over here. I've broken every finger and every toes numerous amounts of times. Broken tailbone, which sucks.
I heard that the broken tailbone was when they showed your wiener on MTV, huh?
Yeah, my 2-inch hose.
All right. So, dude, let's just come out and say it, that us having this conversation is fucking explosive, like almost radioactive. Some people, I mean, like the interest in people hearing from you, people seeing us together is off the charts. And,
I did a year of alcohol treatment, and I actually have never felt better. I actually didn't realize I had such a problem that I did. And
do. That's a distinction that we need to be clear about.
Yeah, I guess do. Because Novak said, dude, if you just do a year, you'll understand how much better you will feel. Because you always go 30 to 60 days, maybe 90 tops. But if you just do a year, you'll understand. And I call him up after a year. I'm like, Novak, I understand. I get it. I feel great now. You know, I do not want that lifestyle. I got a 4-year-old. I don't miss the hangovers whatsoever. And I just don't want to return to that anymore.
Okay. And I think that is very good. I also have to be honest that I'm concerned that I get the impression that you feel like, all right, I'm done. I did my year of treatment and now I'm done, and now I can kind of get back to running around and doing my own thing. Like I worry like crazy that you feel that the problem you have with alcoholism is something that you can handle on your own.
Well, I still have 90 more days of class, but I'm going to transfer to Carlsbad to finish the classes, but they still drug test, alcohol test you every time I go.
Right. I mean, just to give you an idea of what it was like for me, I remember understanding the statistics for
Yeah.
alcoholics staying sober. They are not in our favor, Bam. Most alcoholics die drunk of causes related directly to alcoholism. And I've heard that only like 5% make it. And when I went into rehab, I was like, dude, I want to be in that 5%. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to give myself the advantage. And that's why I lived in the little halfway house to protect my sobriety. I stayed in the little halfway house until I was 2 years sober. And only then, when I left the halfway house, even then, I needed to live like next door to like a sober guy because I wanted to protect my sobriety so much, you know, like, and it's just important to really, really protect it. And I say that as a guy who loves you, man. Like, you got to know.
Yeah.
You know, it's not my job to say who's an alcoholic or who's not, but I think that we can agree.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know, dude. I've been going for it for 10 years or more. There would be breaks and shit, but I mean, there were times I would just wake up to whiskey and hot.
Sure, and without fail,
all day long. When I'd wake up with a hangover, I just,
Sure, and every time there was a break, without fail, whenever you took so much as one sip of alcohol, then the whole gorilla came out of the cage. You open that door, one little crack, and the whole gorilla comes out of the cage, and you can't get the gorilla back in the cage.
Yeah, and not to mention, if I ever made skating plans or workout plans, I'm like, dude, all bets are off. I'm drinking. Like, for some reason, when I'm drinking, all activities are off. I just like to sit at home or whatever, crack jokes, watch TV, whatever. But I mean, I'll paint and stuff, but I'm not productive, like skating wise or working out wise. I just don't feel like it.
Right.
And what was so hard? Was it hard to admit that you had a problem, or was there? I
think so, because because I wasn't like going out and being I wasn't going out to bars and I wasn't being a mess. So the fact that I learned how to control behaving myself but still being wasted, I felt like I had an excuse to say I'm better than I was.
Can you help enlighten us as to what period you're referring to when you were able to control being?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, those days are so long gone, Bam. Like, you didn't control shit.
Well, I've tried every which method. I'm like, all right, I'm only going to sip on White Claws from now on.
Yeah.
Then I'd be like, all right, I'm only going to sip whiskey just every so once in a while. That didn't work out. All right, I'm just going to do white wine during dinner. That didn't work. Like,
sure.
I've tried it all, and I figured out that it just always turns into one glass, turns into two, then it turns into a bottle, turns into two bottles, then I'm out looking for booger sugar.
Sure. I mean, I think that we've established that over and over again. And the other thing, too, is that by definition, an alcoholic can't keep himself sober. That's why we have this community of people who keep each other sober. And we stay sober by helping other people stay sober. And I'm telling you, man, that the secret to success as an alcoholic is to join this team and do what we do.
Well, that's why I liked when I packed up everything and I moved to San Marcos in Southern California, because I had such a tight group of skater friends that were sober. I had Naveed the shaman, who I was hiking with all the time, 8 miles a day, sometimes 5 at 5 in the morning. It was like our ritual. And then I was doing the Sheckler meetings all the time. I was doing your Wednesday meeting, your home group. And it was just working out. Then I twisted my ankle at Tony Hawk's house. Then from all there, it was just downhill. I'm like, I'm getting my 6-pack of fucking White Claw. Then it turned into 12-pack, and then I just started sitting around and drinking.
And I'm particularly nervous, like right now, and this is the reason why I wanted to talk to you right now, is because you've got like a whole year that you've been in treatment. You're really like a good sort of distance from your last drink, and I feel like if the idea crawls into your head that you can get away with having a sip on some kind of a drink and then the whole gorilla comes out of the cage again, like I really
I don't want to do that anymore.
And one should not want to do drugs, much less smoke cigarettes or vape. You know, as a society, we are at a point where people look upon smokers and vapors as losers. I said it, and I don't think you want to be a loser. I personally could not be more thrilled that I quit smoking cigarettes well over 10 years ago now. And I am even more thrilled that the Wild Ride podcast is here to help you quit cigarettes and or vaping. How? Because we've teamed up with Fume. It's this company that is just kicking butt in the quit smoking department. They make wooden inhalers that are handcrafted, that have cores which are infused with plant oils, which are proven to help with cravings and help you quit. Now, how do you get it? You go to breathefume.com/Stevo. That's breathefum.com/Stevo. By doing that and using the promo code Stevo, you get 10% off your entire order. And man, they've got these things so dialed in with just great flavors like cozy chai. Screw the vaping, screw the tobacco, screw the nicotine. There is no nicotine in Fume products because they don't need it. These plant oils are getting the job done and getting it done well, as proven by thousands of 5-star reviews from very happy new non-smokers / born again winners. So let's get you off the stupid vape and the stupid tobacco, get you on Fume by going to breathefume.com/Stevo. Use the promo code Stevo to get 10% off your order and love life as a winner. Now, let's get back to it. Yeah, I feel like it's really scary after everything you've been through over the last year, 2 years, that if you drink again and the whole gorilla comes out, then we've got a serious problem on our hands.
Yeah, and plus I've done a year without a phone. I haven't had internet privileges. I haven't had music privilege because all the music's on my phone. So like, once I turn my phone on and everybody knows I did a year sober, I have all these business opportunities that I do not want to fuck up. It's kind of like when Novak got the opportunity to work for Banyan Treatment Center, and he got a really big paycheck that he's like, oh my God, you know, like he knows that if he sips on even a glass of wine and Banyan finds out, he's fucked forever. So like, he does not want to ruin his relationship with Banyan. He's making great money and he's helping people.
Right.
You know?
Good.
And like, with this now, I have a brand new phone number. So when Viva La Bam days and just my drunken days, I let so many people in my bubble that it just fucking exploded. So many drinking buddies, so many people just, yo, let me get your number. Like if I had a good time with you that night, yo, let me get your number. Yeah, sure, whatever. And everybody would blow me up on the phone that I didn't even know who was important and who to answer to anymore. Now I got a tight group of friends that I talk to on the daily. You know, if somebody says, can I get your number? I say, nope. You know, I just keep it real tight. Talk to Danny Way on the regular, Yellow Wolf on the regular, you know, the Derns, Novak, Kat Von D, you know.
I love that. And I gotta say, I'm really grateful that you and I have maintained a friendship, particularly throughout everything that's gone on with Jackass.
Yeah.
And I really, really want you to know that even though I don't think you choose to believe it, the fact is that the whole you getting your contract canceled or whatever you want to call it, kicked out of Jackass 4 was genuinely the same as me getting an intervention from Johnny Knoxville. You know, like the same people.
But I got so much to say. Like in Jackass 2, I got drunk at the LAX airport with brass knuckles. I got a fucking felony charge, and I got high five for good press. Now I wind up sipping on a beer out front of a hotel on TMZ, and I get kicked out for being a liability. It's just fucking ridiculous.
Okay, I mean, I'll entertain some of that. And back in the days of Jackass #2, we were in our heyday. We were at our worst. Drugs and alcohol were still working for us. Nobody was getting locked up in rehab or jail or like just having public meltdowns. And I hope that you can understand that at a certain point, like specifically over the last few years, that it stopped being fun, it stopped being funny, it stopped being cool, it stopped being something that we want to give you a high five for, because we've been watching you self-destruct. I will say specifically Tremaine and Knoxville saved my life by enforcing some consequences. Like if somebody doesn't,
well, they made me want to jump off the tallest building on the planet.
Okay, be careful with saying things like that, because that triggers 5150s and saying I want to jump up.
I said that's why I got in my position, because I said if I don't see my kid, if he's not on that airplane, then I'm going to jump off a bridge or something.
Right.
And then I got Marchman acted in Florida, which means you have to do 90 days or something. And I said, have you ever seen my movies? I jump off of so many bridges into bushes and pools, you fucking idiots. I didn't mean I was going to kill myself.
Right.
So I did Madero Beach on the west side, and I made it 75 days. I had 15 days left. And they're like, bam, you've been rocking the same sweatpants for 75 days. I'm like, yeah, I'm not trying to get any fucking pussy around here. I don't give a shit. And they're like, well, you're getting kicked out for bad hygiene. I'm like, oh my God. So I get to another place in Ocala National Forest. So I'm like, so this is day 76. They're like, oh no, you're starting at square one. I'm like, motherfucker. So I make it to day 80 there, and I smoke a cigarette and I throw it out, and it's smoking in a bush, and they film it. They're like, you could have lit the whole national forest on fire. You're getting sent to West Palm Beach. I'm like, motherfucker. Now I know I'm getting back to square one. That's why I've been doing this shit for a year.
Okay.
And I did 111 days there, and I wanted to get transferred to Florida because it was just a better option, until I figured out that the Marchman Act only happens in Florida.
Okay. Now, what concerns me about, I mean, by the way, the stories are hilarious. Getting kicked out for bad hygiene and for trying to light a forest on fire. Both very funny anecdotes. But what concerns me about that is that you describe it as, and that sent me back to square one, the clock, and so I had to start over. And it was longer before I could be done, and I would just want to impress upon you that it's not about a beginning and an end. It's about learning a new way to live. And that new way to live is really, it's important that we don't blame everything on everybody else and assume the role of the victim.
But I already knew in Arizona that I wanted to end it and be over with alcohol.
Better off drinking water like I do with my Liquid Death. Come on. This is a company that's saving the world, baby. You got infinitely recyclable aluminum cans because plastic is destroying the world. Get hip to it, man. Liquid Death. It looks like you're drinking a beer, but you're not. You're drinking water straight from the Alps. And it is good water, dude. Plus, they're hooking you up, man. If you go to liquiddeath.com/Stevo, then you get free shipping on all of your orders of water and merch. And let's be clear, shipping water, I mean, water weighs a lot, You're going to get cases of this awesome water and not have to pay for shipping. Very generous of this wonderful company, Liquid Death. Jump on this right now by going to liquiddeath.com/Stevo. Free shipping on all of your water and your merch, and wait until you see their merch. It's hysterical. It's killer. So yeah, I love Liquid Death. Go get some at liquiddeath.com/Stevo. Now,
but I had to finish my time, and it just sucks that I had 10 more days left and I was done. But I got transferred and I had to do 90 again, and then transfer and do 90 again.
Right.
I'm like, when is this going to end?
So now it finally ended.
Yes, but now I have to just do outpatient treatment in Florida till July 17th. Then I'm going to move to Southern California and just do IOP, which is just classes 3 days a week.
Okay, good. And when you come to California, like aside from the classes IOP, say when that ends, like once all of the treatment is done, like what's your plan for protecting your sobriety?
Just go to meetings, hang out with sober people, get a sponsor, maybe Connor
There we
again. I
go.
really liked him at Scheckler's place.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it. I mean, dude, like that's the first time that you've ever said anything that sounded like you had some willingness to join the team, and it's borderline inappropriate.
And my phone is just programmed with a very select few of just sober people.
I love it.
Like nobody else. It's just all sober friends or family.
I love it. And dude,
I
there's
don't
nothing.
let anybody else in.
There's nothing that I won't do or Novak, like any of our sober buddies. There's nothing we won't do to help you stay sober.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I found myself really a lot more productive. I would let days go by without answering important people, which probably fucked up a lot of business deals. Like this fucker hasn't answered for a week. Let's just do the clothing line with somebody else or whatever, you know.
right. So let me ask you. You said about this living without your phone, living with all of these like, what's been going on with that? Because I've seen a lot of activity on social media with the hashtag #FreeBam. And people seem to think that you're the Britney Spears of Jackass, that evil villains have taken over your life and stolen all your money. And like, can we safely say that none of that is true?
I don't know what's been going on because I haven't been able to look. As a matter of fact, I can't even post on my Instagram. Everything has to go through Johnny Schiller from Heart Supply because I had to sign a contract because when I was dealing with the lawsuit with Paramount and Jackass, I was posting shit like, fuck these motherfuckers, blah, 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 and it was potentially ruining my lawsuit. So I had to sign a paper saying that only Johnny can clear what goes through my Instagram. So I don't even know my new passcode. I can't control what goes on it.
Can I tell you, I think that's good news.
Yeah.
Like you, and I couldn't be trusted with the laptop computer until I had been completely sober for 9 months, and even then, it was a little bit questionable. So I think that having that filter, you know, I think that's absolutely great news, and I hope too, because I think that looking at your social media since you got out of treatment, it's feeling a lot more like you. When you were in treatment, it was fucking obvious that was not Bam posting. It was not in your voice. It was like oddly, like sort of masquerading as you, but it wasn't you, and it seemed kind of ingenuine, and it's starting to feel more genuine. So I get the sense that you're participating in what goes out.
Yeah, I still haven't looked to see what has happened, but now that I have my phone back, I just shoot photos, send it to Schiller F, and if he likes it or whatever, then he'll post it.
That's good.
I mean, yeah.
That's good, man, because, dude, it's tough to see some of that fucking shit that you were posting, man.
Well, at the time, I just figured Instagram should be real because everybody's posting stuff like at the beach with my buddies having a blast, at the blah 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 having a blast. I'm like, why can't it be like this fucker backed into me and I'm having a shit day? You know, like that's why if I'm having a problem, I'm gonna post it. You know, like, and I guess that's not the case because it's like, Bam's at it again. You know, like,
yeah. The problem is that it was very real, and what was real was that you were having a fucking meltdown. You know, like you could have used a little bit of less real.
Yeah.
Maybe a post at the beach would have done nice.
Right.
Man, at the beach with your buddies.
When I first checked into the last rehab, I made sure I was an A+ student. I showered, I shaved, I fucking folded my clothes, I did my laundry. But my first roommate was this dude named Patrick, this portly dude. And the first thing I do, I'm like, ew, Patrick, you took a minging ass shit and didn't even flush the toilet. What if not my fault? There's no Twilight people. And then he smokes a cigarette. The ashtray is right fucking there. And he just puts it out in the wicker chair and melts it, throws it in the bush. I'm like, Patrick, the ash fucking tray is right there. What if not my fault? I'm smoking a cigarette. And I'm like, Patrick, you didn't even do the dishes, you fucking slob. What if not my fault? I was cooking a hamburger. Like, nothing is his fault at all.
Wow.
Then my next roommate was Kyle, and he's like, oh, so you're from Philly? I'm from Newark, Delaware. Is that close to you? I'm like, yeah, it's 15 minutes. He's like, yeah, you know that 7-Eleven in Newark? I'm like, I don't know, maybe. He's like, I used to ride my bike past there. I'm like, great story, Kyle. And then I'm on the phone. I'm doing a business phone call. I'm like, yeah, so anyway, he's like, yo, Bam, you ever seen Nutty Professor? I'm like, huh? I don't know. Maybe. He's like, yeah, this one guy, I forget what character, but he said this one thing. It was hilarious. I'm like, great story, Kyle. Can you tell me that one again?
It's like a sitcom.
Now, Bam, you said that you haven't been able to see any of the stuff that's been going on social media, and I think that's probably a blessing. Fuck what goes on social media.
Yeah.
There's nothing that we need to see there. But from your perspective of what you have seen and what your experience has been over the last year, can we safely say that you have not been a prisoner and mistreated and like stolen from, like the whole, like, help us understand your situation?
No, I was just getting treatment for my alcohol and bipolar, and I just did more time than I was supposed to just from getting kicked out for dumb reasons. But now I'm out. I get freedom. I get a phone, and nobody was forcing me to be there. And there's this really crazy lady that I know who has been like posting my guardian's number on my Aunt Missy Nick Dompierre's proxy, and like has just been on a prowl, just making up so many lies. She now has a lawsuit by 5 different people that are my friends or family, and I think she's even a fucking lawyer or something. But that's why she can get the dirt of everything. She has footage of me barfing in the back of the police car. She has footage of me getting handcuffed out of this nice hotel in Madero Beach when I was going to surprise Nikki and Phoenix at a joint room at the top suite. I forget what the name was, but as soon as I went in to surprise knock and surprise them, the cops were already there to arrest me. And I was on a couple White Claws. I wasn't out of control, but they handcuffed me and said, you're getting Baker acted for saying you're going to jump off a bridge or whatever. I'm like, my God.
I can relate.
What's a Baker Act?
Baker Act is just Florida's version of a 5150.
Yeah.
Same exact thing.
And sorry, so Steve, the Britney Spears thing, like that was a conservatorship, and this is different.
Very different indeed. We will get into the specifics, but let me give you the broad stroke. There are financial implications in a conservatorship, and perhaps even more substantial financial implications in being a businessman selling your own merch online with ShipStation. Like, for example, these killer shoes. They're never going to exist again. I mean, the only way to get them is at stevo.com. Just like this skateboard. Only way to get it's at stevo.com. And when people order these things from stevo.com, you know how we ship them? With ShipStation. What is it? It's this easy-to-use interface that brings in all of the different methods of selling. Maybe you use Amazon. Maybe you use Etsy. Maybe you got your own website. It's one interface where you can do all of your shipping from that one interface, and it brings in all of the different carriers like the United States Post Office, UPS, FedEx, plus it gives you the best prices from all of those carriers, which are normally reserved for Fortune 500 companies. And even better news, you're going to get a 60-day free trial to see how well all of this works if you go to ShipStation.com In the top right corner, you click the microphone, you plug in the promo code STEVO, and boom, you got a 60-day free trial. That is 60 days of absolutely free, hassle-free shipping with all of these great prices, with all of this easy-to-use interface. I mean, dude, your time is valuable, man. And like I said, there are major financial implications in building your own online empire. If you're already selling stuff online, then use ShipStation because you're going to be more cost effective, you're going to be more efficient, you're going to make more money. And if you're not selling stuff online, then get hip to it, man, because there's money to be made. Just check out how much we're doing at stevo.com. So become your own boss, get an online empire going, use ShipStation, make ship happen at shipstation.com. Microphone in the top right hand corner. Use the promo code STEVO. Now, let's talk about this conservatorship nonsense.
Right.
Britney Spears had a conservatorship, which has financial implications in which, like, she had no control of her own money and other people could spend their own money. And despite, like, people, conspiracy theorists online trying to say that a guardianship is the same as a conservatorship, it's not. And nobody has taken control of your money, Bam. Can we confirm that?
Yeah, absolutely. My dad is my accountant, and it goes nowhere else but his pocket.
Right. So that can help shut up a lot of noise that is very counterproductive, very destructive, and just bullshit.
Yeah.
And thank you for clearing that up. And if I hear you correctly, what's happened over the last year is that you've gotten help, which you acknowledge that you need.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had to check
And
with his
the
lawyer.
good news is, like, if my dad was to rip me off, he doesn't like sports cars or fancy cars. He's too fat to fit in a Ferrari. All he likes is cheesesteaks and hoagies and Elvis memorabilia, which he already has all of it. I don't think there's anything left that he doesn't have. So he doesn't fucking want anything. So
Right. Okay.
if he's gonna rip me off, go ahead. Like, you know, like he's the perfect person to handle my money because he's just not the type of person that needs Prada shoes and shit. He doesn't care.
He definitely loves you too. So let's talk about some fun shit because you and I were going back and forth on texts, and you're excited about moving out to California, and let's do some shit together. Let's create content, and I'm super excited to help you create content and fucking blow up on YouTube. I've been super excited to help you.
Yeah, I'm stoked that you got my YouTube back because this idiot Leon Hill was pocketing so much money from me. I found out.
I didn't get your YouTube back. I created a
He would
new
not
YouTube.
give me. Yeah, but he would not give me the password to it because I think he got $80,000 from it, and it was just a big mess. But
So
he
what's
was
the new
not
link?
Forking it over.
I remember setting
Yeah, but
up.
I have a lot of good stuff for the new YouTube channel. So thanks for hooking that up for me. But the last text that we have, I was just looking at it. It says, Steve-O, I was trying to jerk off in the shower. I slipped and fell and I hurt my ass. I'm flying you in with a mitten on to throw me a bone here. You're like, who needs a mitten?
What is that?
He said, put on a mitten and jack me off.
A mitten because
And I
it's not,
said, who needs
it's
a
not
mitten?
gay if you have a mitten. If you have a glove on, it ain't gay. He's like, well, who needs a mitten? I'll just do it anyway.
Now, I think there's some confusion around this YouTube channel situation. I understand that I created a YouTube channel for you, but after I did that, I saw on your Instagram that you had a channel linked in your Instagram bio, and I'm just like, what's going on? I don't understand. I'm confused. But
didn't we get the /Bam Margera or something?
I think we
like that?
did.
And that was
I don't
the
know.
thing. So it's not like you got the channel, but
See, the
now
problem is
/Bam Margera goes to
everybody
the new one.
handles everything on social media for me. So at the moment, can't control my Instagram, Facebook has
That's
been
fine.
long gone.
That's fine, and it's better to bank good
YouTube,
content.
I don't know yet because you just started it, but like everything is just out of my hands.
Which is fine. Which is fine. If at this point, Bam, if you can worry about one thing, which is get through the day without drinking alcohol or taking drugs, and pull that off, then every day's a good day. Don't worry about anything else. And and when you get out here, I love the idea of us being active together, making dope ass videos, working on your live show, which you've already begun to work on. And and stay sober and be productive, be focused, and come back, because like I've told you all along, you can't pretend to be in recovery. It's just it's completely fucking obvious. Like, you either are or you aren't. And I want that for you to really be in recovery. Everyone will see it. It'll be a whole new Bam. And alcoholism is the only fucking disease where when you treat it and recover from it, you become a better version of yourself than you were before. Any other disease, the best you can hope for is to be as good as you were before. But this one makes you better. And I can't wait for you to be...
Worst part was... I had to go a year without seeing Phoenix, and the age of 4 is such a fun age, and I missed it all, and I just feel like I've so much lost time to make up for, and I just want to play with them and teach them everything I know and just make up for the fucking year that I missed, and I don't want to spend any time wasting time at any bars or anything anymore. I've done that far too long. Don't need it anymore.
Hey, can you talk about your live show? What do you have planned? What are you working on? What's it going to be like?
Yeah, well, at the moment, me and Johnny Schiller from Heart Supply are really kicking in with doing decks and clothing, and tech decks are sold at Target right now, and then me and Yellow Wolf, he started Gold Tooth Clothing, and we're doing a collaboration with all my, he looked at my book and saw all my Jackass ideas. He's like, these are hilarious. We're doing a t-shirt line with this, so we're just doing a little collabo with that. And Danny Way and Yellow Wolf are doing this 5150 Psycho Elixir drink that they want me involved in. And, when I was in rehab, I was wondering why I had a nutritionist and I wasn't losing any weight. And I found out that my one roommate, Big Ben, he's like, I'm like, have you always been this big? He's like, no, I gained 100 pounds in here. I'm like, how? He's like, from Zyprexa and Depakote. I'm like, that's what the fuck I'm on. I'm like, Doc, why you give me Zyprexa and Depakote? I told you I'm depressed because I'm top heavy and I can't skate. And he's like, well, it's an antidepressant. I'm like, but I'm getting more depressed, you idiot. So I got off that and I was dropping a pound a day. So
to answer
I'm
Scott's
happy
question
about that. So once I get to the weight that I want
the live show,
then I'll start.
So the live show is coming together great, and we're talking about the idea of you coming on tour with me to try out your new material at the opening of my show.
Oh yeah.
Do we know what cities that
I
are?
wrote a lot of funny material.
We don't know anything about.
I don't know if I want to blow it. I don't know if I want to blow it
save it, man. We got some work to do on that.
Surprise people.
Yeah.
But and also I have this really good idea I've been working with Joe DeVito from Viva La Bam. He directed that with Nitro Circus he worked with. But I wanted to do this thing called the Earth Rocker Awards, where I show up to. First, I want to do it with musicians, rappers, or rock stars, and I don't trash your place. I cash your place. I knock on the door. I give you an Earth Rocker trophy. We film a day in the life, maybe throwing some Jackass type shit, stunts and funniness in there. But I film a day in the life. I find out what kind of new music you're up to and whatever. And maybe we could do it with skateboarders or artists, like painting artists that I like. Or whatever, but I think musicians would be the way to do it first, because I just have a lot of new bands that no one knows about who needs to know about, because I'm just sick of hearing the same old radio bullshit when there's bands to be heard. Like I've heard it all. I've been all over the world, and there's so many radio hits that could be hits, but they're just signed to a German label or something. That's why you don't hear of them.
Right.
Did we ever get Bam's album blasted out of the last one?
Dude, your Eavesdropper album, I'll say it again, is so goddamn good.
Where is that?
Yeah,
Can people get that? Download it?
I love it. Thank you. Yeah.
Dude, I absolutely can't get enough of that album.
Yeah, I feel like, is it on YouTube or someone put it
I'm
out?
really
somewhere?
proud of that album. It's called The Eavesdroppers, and it's you could hear it on YouTube, but I don't know why my brother hasn't put it on iTunes yet. I should actually call him up and figure that out. But I think he's the type of dude that wants to make a limited edition of vinyl pressings and just make it really
Do
for
that
diehard
too.
fans.
do
Put
that
me in
also.
for
like
one
that,
because
but
I
worked really hard on that album. Yeah, I'm really proud of that album, and
It's fantastic.
the Eavesdroppers. Oh yeah,
Oh, you got it.
Eavesdropper.
Dude, get
Yeah,
Fuck, dude.
we recorded that in Iceland, and we did it. My brother bought Prince's soundboard from the Purple Rain era, and now my Castle Bam is a recording studio, and my
Wow.
brother lives there. He's had Clutch in there, Kill Switch Engage, Danko Jones. Everybody wants to go there now because it's 8 bedrooms that are empty. They got 4-wheeler trails and 4-wheelers, a skate park if they want to skate. So I mean, it's perfect for rock bands to want to stay and be creative.
Wow.
And just have a big 14-acre field to just, relax, a pool, a hot tub, all that shit. So
Dope.
right.
Castle Bam Studios.
How many of those copies that you're holding are there right there? Because I want one of those.
I think, I'll definitely send you some, but I think we just did a pressing of 10,000.
Okay, well, definitely
Yeah.
hook me up. And can I just say, Bam, that I just wish I could just give you a hug. I wish I could somehow just transmit some kind of energy that would protect you and make you healthy and happy, because I fucking love you, bro.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, you were always stuck by my side throughout all this, and I gotta thank you for that. I appreciate it. Anytime I was really down in the dumps or having a rough patch, you were always there to be by my side, and I can't thank you enough.
Well, shit, man, I love the hell out of you, dude. I really do. And I find it particularly interesting, too, that when I was there, like, I never sugarcoated anything. I always told you, like, how it was. And I'm, like, the only person who didn't get in trouble with you for telling you what you didn't want to hear. And I appreciate that. I'm grateful for that. And like I said, I just wish I could hug you and transmit some kind of energy.
I feel like we're closer now than when we were filming Jackass, actually.
I mean, for sure. And like, we can also let the record reflect that when you had been kicked out of the movie, that I was like oddly, surprisingly, like campaigning to get you back in the movie. And we were so close, Bam. We had it to a point where you had
I remember.
we were so close.
I know.
I was like writing scripts for you. Be like, tell him this, say this, and it's going to help get you back in the movie. And we got you to a point where you had a Zoom call with Johnny Knoxville, Spike Jones, Jeff Tremaine. And that was specifically the call where they were going to make the decision. You were all but back in, and you got loaded and missed the fucking call. You got loaded and no-showed the call, and they had to see you on social.
What happened was, I didn't have a computer, and I was rushing to Danny Way's house, and
Well,
just
right,
didn't show up for it.
but they had to see you all wasted on social media the night before, so they knew exactly why you missed the call, and they were like, "Fuck, we were this close to letting him back in, but he made the decision for us." And I was fighting so hard for you.
Everything meant for a reason, and I'm much better off not being in it. I'm happy to not be in it.
I did it.
I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to be a part of it. I'm much happier without it.
Everything happens for a reason, and you're grateful for where you're at. That's the best thing I've heard you say this whole fucking time, man. And I was fighting for you to be in the movie. It didn't work. Whatever. Everything worked out in the end. You're happy.
Now that it's done and over with, I didn't want to do it in the first place. And when I did my year of treatment, I had to figure out how to be social again without alcohol. I had to learn how to not be bored again without alcohol. And I'm glad I actually did a year, because if I would have done anything less, then I might not have figured out how to cure my boredom and be social.
Looking back on like when you're in there in the year and like, you know, trying to find your part in all this, did you have a problem? Like, did you find out what your part in this whole situation was?
Part in what part?
Just in like, how were you able to accept any responsibility for ending up in a rehab?
Yeah, I mean, I am an alcoholic,
There we go.
like, I have been for a long time. I remember when I was probably 24, I was so mesmerized by Villa Vallo from him that, you know, he would just walk down the street in Finland and girls would literally faint, sometimes guys too. So I would just follow his lead. I'm like, he's buying a pack of cigarettes, I'm buying a pack of cigarettes. Getting a beer, I'm getting a beer. He's doing a shot of Sambuca, I'm doing a shot of Sambuca. Then, like, once he cracked open a beer when he woke up, that was the first time I'm like, you're drinking in the morning, in the daytime? He's like, yeah, why not? He's like, you want one? I'm like, well, I'm not going to let you do it alone, but this is fucking crazy. It was the first time I ever drank, and that's when I just, you know, I thought it was crazy to be drunk in the day or even drink a beer in the day. I just thought it was a Friday night thing, you know.
Now, am I correct that Villa Vallo is sober for like a long time now?
Yeah. He, I think it's probably 6-7 years now, but I know that like occasionally he'll have a beer or two with an old pal, but nothing more than that. He won't do any kind of all-nighters or shots. It'll just be a beer or two to catch up with an old pal. What I've heard, I don't know. That's what I've heard from friends from Finland.
All right.
But it's very rare.
Okay. Well, dude, I gotta say, I'm super stoked that you're where you're at now, and my only concern is keeping you where you're at now. You know, like, it's sober and healthy and happy, business opportunities. Like, I feel like there's progress being made, and you've done a lot just in this conversation to indicate to me that you've made great progress and that we're heading in a good direction.
Yeah, and I've been doing 5 meetings a month, or 5 meetings a week every week.
Good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we miss seeing you in San Diego, dude.
I know. I can't wait to get there, man.
Yeah.
I really can't.
I'm excited for your YouTube channel too. Like, are you, for you, because I always tell people, when people ask me like about you or you come up in conversation, I feel a need to tell people and remind people, like, you kind of invented this shit. Like, you were playing around with your friends, filming shit, editing your videos, and distributing them before YouTube, before any of this shit. So now for you, looking at YouTube, like, I don't know. I mean, do you look at it like, I invented this shit kind of, or like, how does YouTube strike you?
I knew that, you know, if you look at CKY2K or CKY1, it's something that you could always watch because, dude, skate videos just become so outdated. I remember watching Plan B Questionable video over and over and over again because it was just such uncomparable to any other video. It was the best. Danny Way was the best. It was just uncomparable. And then now it's just, they're getting better and better and better and better. And like, if you even watch Questionable now, it's just tricks that kids could do for fucking breakfast,
right?
You know, but I mixed in funny, ridiculous stunts in between pro skate tricks. So it never gets old, you know, like you're always going to laugh and watch great skating, you know, which was completely brand new to the whole skating sport. And when I played it to people that weren't skateboarders, and they were laughing hysterical, telling everybody. Everything was through word of mouth. It sold 1 million copies. That's why, Tremaine always says Big Brother started Jackass. Well, how come I sold over 1 million copies and Big Brother only sold like 80,000 or something like that? Like, he never gives me fucking credit.
Is that what CKY did out of the bootleg tapes? You guys did
Yeah,
over
we
a
never
million?
had one ad, and I sold over 1 million of every single one of them. Millions and millions of copies.
Yeah, I mean, everybody had CKY 2K.
CKY was definitely a huge deal,
Yeah.
And I agree with you there, except for I think we got to acknowledge that it was Knoxville and Tremaine who reached out to Spike and got it going, and then they reached out to you saying, "Hey, do you want to come on board with this thing?" So
How come Spike Jones has so much say in Jackass when he came in a decade later?
because he had the clout, the name, the power to make this fucking thing start. Nobody else would have. If Spike's name wasn't attached to Jackass in the beginning, people would have looked at it and said, "You can't put this fucking shit on TV."
No, but wait
way.
a minute. But when Jackass, the first season on MTV, he wasn't a part of it, was he?
Yeah, he was. Absolutely.
Oh, he was?
For
Didn't know
sure.
that.
And he also helped shape the look of the show a little bit.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I just thought 10 years later he popped his head in the dick house, and then that was that.
The only way they even got a meeting was because Spike was attached to it. And
I guess he was just so MIA all the time. I just didn't
Yeah.
know that he was even a part of it.
Spike was the one who opened the door, and I genuinely believe that without Spike, people would have looked at the footage that they were trying to sell and said, "You cannot put this fucking reckless, violent, fucking
I
crazy
agree.
shit
Yeah.
on TV."
Spike has made phenomenal movies.
Because Spike's name was attached to it, it somehow made what we do permissible for broadcast television.
Yeah, I know.
And-
Well, I heard the first pitch to HBO or
Right.
something was like, "We're not fucking ever playing this. You crazy?"
Right.
And then I guess MTV was like, "All right, we'll give it a shot." And then
Right.
like a light switch,
And Spike was in both of those meetings.
it was a massive hit. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So technically,
Yeah,
they did
dude,
start it.
The funniest fucking thing ever. That never made it though. There's some things that don't make it to Jackass, and one of them was Dave England was at the Venice
The
Beach
diaper?
drawing pictures. No, he was drawing pictures. This old ass
All right,
80-year-old
in
lady
France.
was like, "I'll take my picture drawn by you for $5." He's sitting there like this, only to reveal her naked ass, saggy tit with a minging ass pussy, and it just says "slut." She's like, "You need church." They're like, "We will never ever air this." I was like, "This is the best fucking skit ever," but
Wow, that
I
was good.
agree. This should never be aired on television.
Right. Yeah, dude.
Slut, minging ass pussy, saggy tits.
I didn't know that didn't air. I thought it did, but either way, I remember it, and I remember it just about as fondly as you do.
Oh, it was so funny, man.
Yeah, man. Well, fuck, dude. Like, we've had a glorious history, man, and I'd like to think that we're gonna have a glorious future. And for that to be the case, I really, really want you to take seriously what they're telling you in these fucking classes that you still have to go to, because that's like been the most life-saving thing for me. Like, my life is good now because when I was in those rehabs, when I was in those classes, that outpatient shit, that I really listened to what the fuck they said to do, and I followed their suggestions, and my life is really goddamn good because of it, and I want the same for you. You know. So
I got you, man. I've done a year, and I get what Novak was talking about completely now.
good, man, and I love you, and by all means, man, let's stay in touch the way we are. Let's
Absolutely.
Let's keep doing the fucking thing, and when you get out here, let's fucking make it better and better. And then when we're in a good spot, let's fucking go on tour, man.
Rock and roll. I'm in.
All right, brother. I love you, man. Anything
Love
else
you
you want to
too.
say now? Man, Mike Tyson said this to me today. He pointed to the cameras. He said, there's millions of people watching right now. What do you want to tell them?
I want to give a shout out to the Derns for letting me stay here and hooking up VIP tickets to Disney. They had to hook up, and Phoenix is just really excited, and so am I.
All right, man. And we can tell everybody to follow your social media, but you're not going to know about it.
Yeah, and bring some of those CDs over to Carlsbad. I want to grab a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have my brother mail them to you. I'll look up the address to Type Box.
Yeah, maybe we can ship some out of Type Box too if you get your.
That'll be
dude.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Bring-
do that.
Bring all 10,000 of them. Dude.
I love that album, man. I worked really hard on it.
Yeah, dude,
I worked really hard on that album, and I'm
unbelievable.
super stoked on it.
It's
I don't think there's
unbelievable.
one bad song on there.
Yeah, bring all 10,000 to Type Box, and we'll get them out for you.
Yeah.
Rock and roll. All right,
We will
cool.
unload them in short order. Hey, Bam, you're the best. I love you. And be healthy. Fucking listen to what they're telling you in those goddamn rehab classes.
Yeah, man.
All right, dude. Take care, brother.
Later,
All
Bam.
right, see ya.
So there you have it. We heard it from the horse's mouth. And I think, as I said in the intro, this was recorded with Bam some time ago. It was back in May. And I'm sure a lot of you know that shortly after, he had some issues where he fled from rehab. Well, he is back in rehab, and I urge everybody, please be supportive of Bam being in rehab, of taking sobriety seriously. Because anybody who's talking about free Bam, let him out, get him out of treatment, like, you're trying to kill my fucking brother, and don't do that. Let's all please be supportive of Bam's sobriety. And that's it. And thank you for sticking around to the end. Lots of love. Hey everybody, and welcome to a defensive wild ride with Steve-O. I've been attacked. I've been attacked all over the place, most notably by my old buddy Bam, and he did so in a rap song. Oh, this rap song, it was very personal. He attacked my skateboarding, and not only do I address this in today's episode, I actually respond to all kinds of negative comments. Like people read mean tweets. It's interesting, so we did a little bit of that. Then we got into current events, and it turns out there's actually aliens. Can you believe that? I mean, easier to believe than to care about, it would seem. But yeah, and more current events. And then on the back half of this episode, I think every single one of us reveals something very personal. Like Paul's addiction to magic mushrooms. Turns out that he's taking these things every single day. I can't even believe it. And Scott Randolph, wait until you see Scott Randolph try to convince you that it was a bad experience having the doctor put fingers up his butt. Whew. Not convincing me, pal. Anyway, we got a lot to get into, so let's get into it. So are we just going? Are you ready with negative comments?
Yeah, I have them on my phone.
All right.
You want to start with that?
I think that the title of this podcast is Steve-O Responds to Brutal Negative Comments,
Okay.
including Bam's.
Well, let's start with Bam while I pull some up. What Bam comments are you talking about?
I mean, he attacked me
Have we
in the
started?
most personal way. Yeah.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
Us.
Ladies and gentlemen, me and Scott Randolph, the gorgeous Paul Brisky, and Skinny Vinny.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we're back on current events.
Yep.
And nothing's more current than the personal attack I suffered from Bam Margera, who released a majorly produced rap song.
Shit was fire as fuck, dude.
Yeah,
So well produced.
so well done. The energy he put into it, unbelievable.
Where were you when you got the note? Like, Bam responds
mean-
to Steve, or were you like, what does this fucking guy have to say now?
Okay, the rap song came to my attention long before it was on TMZ.
Ooh.
I just responded once it was on TMZ.
Why? When did you hear about it?
Oh, dude, I heard about it ages ago because I get my news from Reddit now.
Oh, the subreddit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I don't check it as much nearly as I was for a minute there,
Sure.
but like every week or two.
Did you hear it when we were in the UK?
Yeah, I think I did.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how long it's been
they
out?
only released the whole song like in the last week or so.
Yeah.
Okay, so you saw the teaser.
Yeah, all the teasers.
Yeah.
I saw when Bam was actually in the studio.
Was that a studio in Rehab?
It was a studio in L.A., I think. Now, kudos to these Australian mumble rappers for, making a wave and riding it.
That's the crew that he did the song with?
Yeah.
Okay.
But do you really think
Caught.
it's the kind of wave you want to ride?
I mean, when you're at that frequency that Bam's at, yeah.
I mean, I don't know that it was a great wave for Bam to ride,
No, yeah.
but I think that as far as these rappers from Australia, I think that they got themselves some publicity, some exposure.
Why is he mad at Wee Man? Because he skates?
He's mad at Wee Man for being a pro skateboarder. Probably because Wee Man and I had the collab skateboard, and the last time I was in contact with Bam, I was like kind of making a big deal out of Wee Man and I competing, like
Right. The Steve-O versus
making
B-Man.
a competition out of filming skateboarding to promote our board.
Yeah, but Bam had the chance to do that too.
Right, but Bam's not big on
Making more than $5 a board in sales.
well, I mean, he had the opportunity to do that. Like, I presented it to him, like, let's get on track. Let's be sober. Let's be productive. Let's do all this great stuff, and we can make a ton of money selling skateboards. But that didn't pan out, and so Bam got mad at me selling skateboards instead.
Damn. And so you responded on TMZ. You
I
said,
re- yeah,
like,
I re-
you're mad
I re-
I'm selling boards.
I recorded my response for TMZ. They got it up in lightning speed, same day.
Yeah.
And then I put my response on TikTok, and I saw it just go, TikTok's the stuff either like really, really takes off or it just doesn't do anything. And this one kind of took off. And so I thought, oh, okay, let me put that on Instagram and Facebook. And I think it performed all pretty well.
So has there been any response back from Bam?
No.
Do you think there will be?
Or do you have to hit him back to back?
I mean, it's so tongue-in-cheek,
Yeah, for sure.
Like, there's nothing, like, serious about it.
I mean, you're not mad at him.
I'm not mad at him at all. I just think it's funny. Plus, dude, just today, I put a story, because we're building the ramp in my backyard. And I put up a story with my goats and the ramp saying that since this personal attack, now I'm building a ramp. When in fact, I've
Been building it.
I've been like planning on building this ramp for weeks or months. But that story with the goats and the ramp, in 2 hours, it's over 100,000 opens.
Wow.
I don't know that I've ever had that much eyeballs on a story.
That's
Cool.
I don't know. Yeah,
So Bam's hooking you up.
Bam's hooking me up. Yeah.
Is this Lux brought up that you are a rapper as well, and you could respond with a
That's what
diss
I was
track of
waiting
your
for.
own.
Right, but here's the thing. I made a video about my rap career. Like, how many people have we had on this podcast where we brought up my rap career? Not one of them remembers or knew that I had a rap career.
Yeah, you're underground.
Right, so, like, it's just not something that's so common knowledge. Now, I will resurrect it. I will resurrect it. Oh my God, I shouldn't even say this, but there was a text thread between some of the Jackass guys, and we were like dropping into the text thread videos that we filmed, selfie videos of us rapping, like our response, you know,
To BAM.
yeah, I mean, stuff that will never go anywhere, never ever see the light of day. But I was like, you know, oh my God.
Well, I mean, what did you say at least? Can you say what
Yeah,
you said?
yeah.
Let's hear those rhymes.
Let's hear those bars.
You should do like a vinyl pressing of your rap album, like some like a prestigious like
Crack cocaine
only
feels so
100 of
good.
them. Yeah, I've got it pulled up here on Discogs.com.
You down with STDs?
Okay, where? All right. I don't even know what.
Who did the art for that album?
I hear you don't think I'm a pro skater. Well, I'm calling you out for being a hater. Yeah, dude, you gotta know I'm totally rad. I just don't know why that makes you so mad.
Jesus, dude.
You still got it.
Wow. Kid still got it.
You kids still got it. You rhymed no with no.
Can people buy this album? Is that where you're at?
Okay,
I just searched Steve Rap on Dick
hold
Saw.
on,
Oh, we got another. Oh,
I got more.
Shit, dude.
here comes verse 2. That
Okay. Okay. I'm a fly guy, and this is why I poke the puss until I die. But you just cry, all you do is lie. I tell you that your bone spurs is cap, your rap is whack. You get in the octagon, I'll make you tap.
Jesus.
yeah, that was pretty good.
Wow. Those are fighting words, Steve.
Yeah, he can fight you or Knoxville now. Now he has to choose.
He could probably beat me up.
Yeah, maybe.
Right. Okay, so again, we're not like being malicious or mean. It's just, you know, we're having a laugh. Always wish for Bam to get healthy and be good and all of these things. But since we're on the subject of personal attacks, it's an idea that we've floated around is to hit me with brutal negative comments, and I will respond.
Have you still been pretty good on not looking at comments?
I'm really good.
Okay. So
really,
these are going to be the first time you hearing these.
right.
Well, where'd you
Okay.
pull these off of? The main channel?
The podcast YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah, I unscheduled the last YouTube video, the one of the stunts I regret, just because the promo was just like, I mean, it was comically like heavy, like, you know. And again, go to stevo.com and buy merch. Like, but I was sensitive about that. I do not want to look at the comments on that video because they're just gonna be like mad at me for promoting the merch.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, I mean, it's not like there are like the meanest comments ever that even exist. I was looking for mean ones. Like, there's a lot that make fun of your voice.
Right.
There was a lot of negativity on the Zach Ass podcast,
Okay.
which we have addressed, but this one stuck out. Sucks you couldn't just give the guy a question. Instead, just grill him and then bring someone else on to steal the spotlight,
Vinny.
which was our dear friend Vinny.
Wow.
All my fault.
So that, yeah, I mean, we addressed that.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, I'm just telling you what I'm
Yeah,
reading.
yeah, yeah. Did you go to that podcast to find that?
I looked.
There's not comments about the Zach podcast living on
On a
other-
different episode, no.
No, people forget about it pretty
There's
quickly.
comments on that
Right.
podcast.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, this is going to be a little anticlimactic. None of them are like so bad that it's like funny or really going to hurt your feelings.
I think the ones that are relative to this would be like on the BAM podcast. Like, you're taking advantage of BAM, using him to make money, but
Yeah,
it's like
there's a lot of
There'll be
those.
a million of those comments on this
On this
podcast
one.
just because we're talking about BAM.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's one on the BAM. The one where BAM's not on the podcast. You guys are talking about BAM, so
Right.
he's like in the title and thumbnail. Thumbnail.
Some navel.
Thumbnail. Steve-O acts like he's your friend, and then he makes a public video to all his fans, public talking about your meth abuse. Bro.
I did not call him a meth addict. I said it was alleged.
Alleged meth.
yeah.
So yeah, people, feel like you Well, whatever.
I mean,
what do you think about that?
Yeah, what are you gonna do, man? I've done everything in my power to be the best bro for Bam.
I mean, even like with the whole board thing, it's like he didn't want to do it. It's like, okay, well, we're gonna set up a trust for your kid. We'll donate all of them or give all the money to Phoenix.
Right.
It's still a no.
Even
so it's like
alimony payments, right? Or like child support payments.
I was like, you know what? You're gonna get nailed with the courts for alimony, child support. Anyway, just like put this aside from that. Like it would all. That's coming out of your pocket anyway, so let's just divert some money to that. And the suggestion was so offensive. That's the last time I spoke with Bam, I think.
He was mad at that.
Yeah.
How dare you?
What was his response to that? Like how
He was so drunk, dude. He was like, how dare you?
Yeah.
He kind of wasn't getting it.
Okay, your podcast with Wee Man has a lot of negative comments,
Okay.
actually, because you took a hard stance against video games in that podcast.
Oh, wow.
And the gamers spoke up. So
As-
this one came from Jim Sin 2506. He said, Steve-O, you're awesome, but if your analogy about video games is correct, are we just wasting our time watching your podcast? Almost all of your fans play games. If you think like that, then everything is a waste of time if you're not making money out of it.
Yeah, the gamers is a big community, dude. I'm a
Right.
gamer myself as a Call of Duty guy.
I will.
Got the soldier.
I will give that to him. And I thought that was very constructively worded. It wasn't an attack. It was like, hey, you know.
Yeah.
And hey, man, if people enjoy video games, have at it. You know, I while away time watching stupid Netflix.
Scott, you haven't always been a gamer, right?
No, I mean, I used to play video games when I was a kid, but then I just needed an outlet to like not look at my phone for an hour, and it's done a really good job to like where I would just forget about time.
There's a lot of
Wait,
irony in
what
that.
are you guys laughing at over there? What's that?
You're just
Yeah.
trying to get
You're
trying
not
to get your eyes away from a screen, so you go to the TV.
No, not
and
the
play video
screen.
games.
My work emails, because I can't turn it
The
off.
Emails.
Right.
So it's like the work emails. It's like there's no turning off for me. So if I'm sitting there watching TV, I'm looking at it. But if I'm playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2,
You're in the zone.
I'm in the zone.
He's cutting down on screen time.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not
for your
about
health.
cutting down screen. I mean, everywhere you look, I mean, I'm looking at screens, or, you know, I think that's just the reality of life now. You're looking at screens everywhere you go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I feel like people have every right to waste their time however they want, and
Right.
like some people do spend too much time playing video games, and it does have a negative effect. Same as Netflix, same as YouTube, same as
Right.
porn, same as everything.
dude,
but
I'm-
probably
I'm-
most people have a pretty healthy relationship with it and just do it for fun.
I'm a super phone addict, dude. Mm-hmm. Like,
What are you doing on your phone?
I mean, I don't know, like just stupid Instagram or like whatever. I could be way more productive if I had boundaries around my screen time on my phone.
When you're looking at Instagram, are you looking at what other people do, or are you looking at like how your stuff is doing?
Probably mostly that.
Yeah. Do you think you have an unhealthy relationship with Instagram and social
with
media and
attention,
stuff?
yeah. Yeah, I'm
Like Instagram for you is probably not a healthy
you don't
like,
even
door
like it.
to open.
You like hate it, but like you can't look away. You know what I mean?
Are there any sort of programs for like
I'm sure there.
video games or internet?
for sure
definitely.
they have like video game rehab and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. But are you really telling me that there's not more like vitriolic hate? Why is it that every time I go into a comment section, I end up with my feelings hurt?
I don't know. Maybe you should have pulled these.
Because I think back in the day, like people were just like, you know, Steve's talking over the guest, but like those have kind of stopped.
And I think most of the hate comments are like all the ads and bam. But that's I've never really seen.
yeah, people hate on the ads, but it's like, bro, what do you? We're trying to
Yeah.
make money. Like, how do you think we're doing
Yeah,
this?
people
Like,
hating on the ads just don't.
I think it's people hating on the ads don't pay for YouTube, so they have to see our ads and then the fucking ads that you get when you don't pay for a subscription on YouTube.
Don't we have no mid-roll ads on the podcast?
No, it's just
episodes?
our own ads. Like, yeah, there's no
Right.
mid-roll. There's no.
Oh, so then
I think
it's
anybody-
literally
just
the
fast
ads
forward
for the,
the
podcast.
fucking ad?
Yeah.
Anybody who's hating on the ad reads for the podcast, like they're probably like fans of mine who don't listen to other podcasts
Yeah.
and don't understand that that's every podcast in the world.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Sometimes more. We only have 3. Like some might
Sometimes
hear like
4.
6 during.
But
an
can't they
episode.
just fast forward?
Yeah.
And don't you have the bookmarks now?
Yeah. Now, yeah.
So
And
it's
now
like-
it's on YouTube, at least it's
How many
segmented.
comments? Sorry, I just did it.
So this is a great cut to be like, speaking of ads, have you heard of that?
Yeah.
And when it comes to the ads on this podcast, man, I stand by the products I promote. Take Fume, for example. This is a device that I always have in my pocket because I love it. And what's it for? It's for replacing bad habits with good ones. And it's got a core in here which flavors air. So you can trade in addicting chemicals and drugs with flavored air. You can trade in electronic gizmos with just this nicely weighted device. I use it all the time. I love it. And I'm not even trying to trade in a bad habit. I just picked up this good one. It's Fume, baby. And if you've got a dirty, bad habit that you want to drop and replace with a Fume, I got good news for you. Because if you go to tryfume.com and use the promo code STEVO, you can get 10% off your journey pack. And why is it called a journey pack? Because it's the beginning of a journey to a healthier you with less bad habits and more good habits. If you see me in person, ask me, hey, you got your Fume in your pocket? And I bet you I will. If I don't, I'll make a little shout out video for you on your phone. How about that? Yeah, that offer is good until the end of the year. And the offer for 10% off the journey pack, I don't know how long that lasts. So hurry up and go to tryfume.com and use the promo code STEVO. Now let's get back to it.
And now we're back.
I was going to say, how many comments are there like telling me that I'm better at not speaking over my guests? But right when I said that, I spoke right over my
Well, that's fine.
stupid asshole.
There was one I pulled on the Steve Aoki podcast. Someone wrote, like, Steve-O actually shut up on this one, and we got to hear the guests talk. And there are times where I do see those comments. But see, the thing is with pulling these comments is, like, it's either stuff we've already talked about, like Bam or Zach, or the fact that you talk over your guests, or the video game stuff. Like, no one's getting at
new.
you,
Right.
like, you know,
Okay.
oh, Steve-O and his whatever. No one's talking shit on your skateboarding.
mean,
All right? It
my-
didn't get that offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could pull up a comment right now, see if you see any you don't like.
I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna let that be.
Yeah.
Let's get into some current events.
The current event that I wanted to talk to, I was listening on to a podcast on the way here, and they were talking about the SAG strike, the writer's strike, and one of the problems was the use of AI. So,
Oh my God!
Well, hold on, let me-
Did you guys see that fucking video that I sent you about how gnarly deep fakes are gonna be?
yeah,
So gnarly.
But to get to that point, so that they referenced at the end of the movie Flash, they had an AI CGI character that like used to be in an old Flash or whatever, and the people. Maybe that guy, like the trust, saw that and they're like, "Well, wait a minute, he's on the movie. Like, is his likeness getting paid for that?" And so I figured the question is like, okay, so if they're going to start using AI and the actor doesn't even have to be there for the movie, how much is it a licensing thing?
Well, I saw something that said that like background actors are getting paid like for one day of work to film like a thing that makes their likeness like in perpetuity throughout the universe forever. Like
Oh, shit.
So they're going to be always in background.
I
So
guess
like an
yeah.
extra, because people do like kind of make a living, or at least a
Yeah.
part-time living doing extra work. But now it's
Right.
like you'll work one time and like now we got you and we
Right.
can use you forever.
And they
Right.
don't have to pay him.
Well,
And
but they
then-
must be signing something.
Right. They
Right?
said that this one tweet or something that I saw said that like Bill Gates got paid every single time somebody downloaded Windows, but like a background actor gets paid one day work for their stuff to be used as many times forever, ever.
I mean, but the paycheck's got to be pretty big because no one in their right.
One day of work.
No, it's $160.
I mean, it's not big now.
Yeah, I know,
it should
but
become
who in their
big.
right mind is going to sign a contract for 160
Do you read the
bucks?
fucking 78 pages when you like sign something, or you just like, yeah, fuck it, okay?
Okay, yeah.
And then you got to
Yeah.
get a lawyer for that. My question to you is like, wonder if 10 years down the road they did film the Jackass and they used AI to do your character. They're doing stunts. How much would you want to get paid from that. It's like, wait a minute.
I mean,
That's the argument is
so
like,
you're saying that AI is doing the stunts, so there's just no stakes, there's nothing.
Yeah, the Jackass example doesn't really work. But if it was like Leo DiCaprio in a movie, but he doesn't have to show up, they just use an AI version of Leo. How much does he get paid?
Like that Black Mirror episode.
yeah, exactly
I didn't
like
watch
that.
Joan is awful.
Yeah, with Salma Hayek.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so like that's the question is like, okay, they're signing things like, well, you did sign this in perpetuity. They can use your likeness. That's a licensing. Is it 5%, 10%? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, I think extras should be getting paid for that. Obviously, you shouldn't just
What
work
I
one
mean.
day for
Right.
like $60 and then they own you forever and they can use you,
Right.
and have you get killed by an alien in Spider-Man or whatever.
And I don't know what else the strike is really about. I know that the writers are upset that the streamers are not paying them like residuals for streaming.
Well, it's not only they don't pay you for streaming, because some people, they do, like directors do get residuals from Netflix, but Netflix just says, this is what we owe you. You can't audit Netflix. Like there used to be companies like the Nielsen ratings where they're a third-party company that is keeping an eye on things and sending you what is owed to you. But this is Netflix just saying we owe you $1,000, but you can't audit to see the numbers of like, how did you come to that number? How many views am I getting? What am I getting
Yeah,
per view? Like
right.
you don't have that access to info.
And like network television, people are getting residual checks for like 13 cents, and they're like, well, like network television is dead. It's all about the streaming services.
But they're
And
not
these
paying residuals.
These CEOs they said for the year on some of these CEOs, like what Bob Iger made 27 million. Another guy the last 5 years, I mean, the top 5 made about 300 to 400 million each.
Yeah.
For the CEO position, and they're like, well, people aren't getting paid. Can you look up how many people are on strike right now? Because
and
they
now
said
now the actors are on strike.
the actors,
supporting
Right,
them,
I
too.
mean, it's
the
crazy.
actors
Like,
and the writers are both on strike, and they said they haven't done this since 1960. And I think there's 171,000 people on strike. But that's how long is that going to go for?
So the big picture, a strike by Hollywood's largest union, which encompasses 160,000 members in total.
That's actors. What about screenwriters? The writers are on
Yeah,
strike
so
too.
that's actors joining the writers on strike.
so now they can't shoot any TV shows, any movies.
They need content. So what are these big streaming platforms going to do when they can't?
Well, they're going to shoot more, like they're going to just get more shows from Korea and stuff like that. Like you're going to see Squid Games like 8 showing up.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, Koreans aren't on SAG, and
Yeah,
so
like
they
it's
can-
just the U.S. I think that's striking.
And
so.
I read something that Universal trimmed the trees so the protesters didn't have any shade while they were protesting.
That's so gnarly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like now there's like a whole investigation.
I mean,
into
I
that,
think the
too.
streamers know.
What are they going to investigate? It's their trees.
Yeah, I know. There's this whole thing about it. It's pretty wild.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you-
it's fucking warfare, dude.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's fair to me. I think the streamers know this can't last forever. Like they will have to pay residuals. They will have to like be auditable and show their numbers to people, and they're just holding on for as long as they can because they're making so much money. And at the moment, they don't owe anybody shit.
Well, and they said a lot of these people, 171,000 people or 160,000 people are out of work. So they said, what do they wait till their third mortgage payment is up and then go back to the negotiating table, see if they're willing to? Because these people can't do anything else because they're in part of a union. So like we've had the conversation. Some people can't even come on the podcast because they're in the SAG and they can't talk
On
about
strike.
it. So like.
Somebody suggested to me that I should go to the strike line or the picket line, whatever, and do something or other.
You're a SAG member, yeah?
Yeah. And my response to this person was that I really don't understand quite what it's all about, and I can't help but feel that the entertainment industry, the conventional, mainstream industry just kind of lost interest in me, and now like I identify as a digital
Ronan.
YouTuber and influencer guy, a non-union. I kind of identify more as a digital guy than
Yeah, and you kind of make your own work. Like you're not waiting by the phone for somebody to give you a job. But still, like what happened with Jackass and Paramount Plus was
Right.
kind of probably bullshit and
Right.
should be maybe illegal. And like all this, like everyone working together to demand change so that shit like that doesn't happen anymore.
But dude, it's like it's not only that. So you have all those people on strike, but what about the camera crew? What about the lighting crew? Like now they're all out of work, so it's a bigger issue. You know, all these people are out of work.
And so what? Because they're in a union, they can't like start driving Uber or something.
I think you could drive Uber, but you can't do what your trade's in.
I wonder if Uber prices will go down.
When Jackass was put to streaming, were they telling you the numbers on what it was getting?
No.
Or
Plus, Paramount Plus didn't exist when we did our deals for the Jackass movie. And so it wasn't built into our contracts that they could put it on Paramount Plus.
Sure.
As this is how I understand it. And then when the movie came out, they did not take it to Netflix or to get an idea of its market value. They just sold it to themselves. And they gave themselves a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
yeah,
So we got kind of screwed out of that.
Wasn't that what they're striking for? Like now, like
I guess, I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, I think like actors, it used to be like if you're in an episode of the Cosby Show, every time that episode airs, you're getting paid. It makes sense. I'm glad they're striking. I hope they
I'm not
get what
mad
they're
at
after.
them for striking.
Yeah.
I just don't feel really, personally emotional about it.
And
but
you are
what
safe
about,
because
But what about being? I mean, you were pretty mainstream for years, right? So you don't think you have some sort of like compassion for?
Yeah, I mean, sure, compassion.
Yeah.
But I just don't ever feel like and maybe this is why I should be supportive of the strike, because I don't feel like I was ever particularly looked out for by the...
right, you didn't get residuals from the Jackass TV show.
Right.
And you got fucked on Jackass forever with Paramount Plus.
I mean, maybe I should be like more and more...
Do you get residuals off Wild Boys?
No. God, no.
That's so fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah, I don't get anything. So yeah, maybe
anyway.
I should care, and I'm just an ignorant, dick.
Maybe go see what the fuss is all about.
Yeah. Okay. So what other current events do we
So
have?
right now there's like hearings happening in Washington about UFOs.
UFOs. You know what else is out of this world? Something inspired by NASA is my new bedding from Miracle Made. And what makes it so special is that it's silver infused fabric that makes the bedding regulated temperature that's better for you to sleep at, plus it precludes bacteria from growing on your sheets. I mean, you got like 99.9% of bacteria isn't even messing with your sheets. So less disgusting, a lot more comfortable, and better for your health and your sleep. That is Miracle Made, and it gets better and better, because if you go to trymiracle.com/Stevo, not only can you get 3 free towels, but you're talking about 40% off your order. And like everything, man, I stand by this product, dude. Miracle Made bedding. Go to trymiracle.com/Stevo. Get those 3 free towels and 40% off your order. Plus, rest assured that there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. They're so sure that you're going to love this bedding. So, nothing to lose, man. Get on over to trymiracle.com/Stevo. And let's get back to it.
Yeah.
And government people are under oath saying yes. I mean, yes, there are crafts. Yes, we have biological entities like aliens also who were piloting those crafts. And all of that exists. And that is happening right now under oath.
Tom DeLonge tweeted, I saw his tweet. I was right. Aliens exist.
So is it a coincidence though that this is the same day that the Biden jury or trial starts? Like, are they trying to cover up what's going on with like the Biden?
It could be
alleged
conveniently
tweaker?
timed for that. Like, oh, let's do it that day. But still, this has been in the works for a long time.
But it's always like when something else is in the news, they bring up UFOs. Haven't you
Yeah,
noticed
but
that?
nobody cares about UFOs, so it's not effective.
people are
Like-
starting to care now, though.
Tom
you know?
DeLonge does.
I care about UFOs. I mean, it's one of the biggest questions you can have.
So, are there biological entities among us, like we see as humans, but they're not humans.
That I have not heard.
I mean, I've seen conspiracies on that. That's
Of course,
true.
there's conspiracies on that, but I've only seen a little bit of this footage of the trials, but it was just they're called biologics. That's what they're calling them, non-human biologics. So they're not saying humanoid or human-looking things. They're saying nothing about walking among us or anything like that. They're just saying, from what I saw, crafts have been recovered, and there were pilots of some of those crafts which have also been recovered. I didn't hear anything
And they've
about
been
are they
identified
alive?
as non-human.
Non-human, yes.
They identify
Okay,
as
so-
non-human.
They identify as non-human.
So, are they mad at us?
That I don't know, but there was one question like, has there been any violence like from them, like towards the people around? And the guy said like, yeah, there's been some like,
Some of the stuff me and my wife saw, like, what did he say?
yeah, he said I saw some disturbing things. That's what he said. Like in a question referring to like, have they like hurt anybody in this process?
And there were people who were murdered in a cover-up attempt.
I didn't see anything about that.
Yep, like
What you talking about?
Google that.
Murdered by who?
You talking about Obama's chef that just died?
No. I
Scott's got
saw,
all the good shit.
I saw there was a headline that that people were murdered in UFO cover-ups.
Where? When?
Yeah.
Was anyone been murdered? Jesus.
Well, okay, so this is the guy who's on trial. The congressman asked UFO whistleblower if anyone has been murdered to maintain alleged cover-up.
And what did he say?
Tim Burchett asked the government whistleblower whether he believes anyone's been murdered, blah, blah, blah.
Very, very bottom right there. Do you have any personal knowledge of people who have been harmed or injured in efforts to cover up and conceal these extraterrestrials? Yes. Replied personally. I mean,
Has
there are-
anyone been murdered? He hesitated for a moment. Before saying, I have to be careful asking that question, he said, citing a current investigation, whether or not subject, blah, blah, blah. I directed people with that knowledge to the appropriate authorities. So
yes.
So he
that's sort of
pleaded the
alluding
fifth.
to.
So he said there's been murders.
So it's this one guy who's like a whistleblower.
But there's many of them out there. He's probably just the first guy that's on trial. But I feel like there's been other people in front of Congress talking about it. Dr. David Greer, he's big. Bob Lazar,
But I don't think Bob Lazar's ever spoken in front of Congress.
he should.
Has he?
No.
I've just seen him on like Rogan and stuff.
Okay, so there's UFOs. What does that like mean? How does that affect my daily life?
I don't know. So you don't care at all about aliens and UFOs?
I mean, tell me why.
UFOs, big whoop.
Like, tell me how that changes anything.
I mean, we're not alone in the universe. There's aliens that have landed on planet Earth, and they're here.
Are they mad at us?
I don't know.
I think they
I don't know, but this may
they,
affect your life.
I mean, they said they started showing up when we started like inventing nuclear bombs.
But you're sort of conflating like conspiracy theories and this. Like, this guy hasn't said that. You're just saying that's
Yes,
a general
yes,
sense
he
that a
never
lot of
said
people
that.
assume.
Did
Yeah.
you watch Oppenheimer?
No, not yet. Did you?
Yeah.
How
Did
was
you
it?
like it?
Whenever I watch a movie that's based on a true story, like I immediately turn around and then watch the actual documentary, like or whatever. And in the case of Oppenheimer, like, sure, when they're like counting down, like they're blowing up the test bomb, like that's super intense. It's like really eerie when they have like the box up bombs that are being sent to go bomb Japan. That's super crazy. But overall, I kind of felt like it was just, I wasn't really getting it. I was like, man, I can't wait to get home and watch like a more like easy to digest true story about it.
Did you see Barbie?
I did not see Barbie. But,
Barbie blew it out of the water, huh?
Yeah, Barbie killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
feel
would
like the
you? What
marketing
score
was
would you
better.
give Oppenheimer out of 1 to 100?
I didn't think it was that great, man. I
Like it just never grabbed you? You never really gave a shit
I
during
just
it?
didn't like.
It
How was
felt
the
like the full
acting?
3 hours.
It didn't feel like a full 3 hours, but I was just like, with the artisticness, you know, like just tell me the story.
I mean, how was
know,
Cillian
like-
Murphy?
Silly? Was he a silly boy?
Is this?
I
Yeah.
mean, he was. It was kind of cool that he spoke with an American accent, but he did it kind of weird. I don't know. I want to love Cillian Murphy. I want to love like Robert Downey Jr. Like all of it. And I'm not mad at it. I'm not saying it was bad.
So you wouldn't
I
recommend
just didn't
it?
think it was that great.
Did you see Barbie?
No.
No.
Gotta
Did
see
you?
Barbie.
No, not yet.
Not yet?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go see it.
What can I say? I wanted to love the movie about the guy who made the atomic bomb because sometimes I drop atomic bombs in the toilet. I'm talking about big sloppy dumps. And I'm so happy to be back at home because in my house on every toilet is my bidet from Hello Tushy. When I get done taking a huge dump, I got a little knob and I turn that knob and next thing you know, it's like pressure cleaning my butthole, a stream of just blasting cleanliness and freshness onto my butthole. And it cuts down toilet paper use by 80%. It makes your butthole totally clean. I mean, imagine, like, you're going to take a dump and then use dry toilet paper. It's just like smearing poop around. No. With Hello Tushy bidets, you're blasting your butthole completely clean. And it's my favorite, dude. It's so satisfying. If you've never tried it, you're out of your mind. It's time to get one. And if you go to hellotushy.com/Stevo and use the promo code Stevo, then you're going to get 10% off your first bidet purchase plus free shipping. It's incredible, man. And they're so confident you're going to love it. Plus, I'm so confident you're going to love it. Hello Tushy has a 60-day risk-free money-back guarantee. How about that? If you've never blasted your butthole with a product from HelloTushy.com, it's time to go there. HelloTushy.com/Stevo and use the promo code Stevo for 10% off plus free shipping. Your butthole's gonna thank me. Now, let's get back to it.
I mean, in other news, I went to the UCLA medical examiner today.
Yeah, you got a finger up your butt.
I got a finger up my butt. And
feel?
for the
Did you like
prostate
it?
check, no, it was horrible.
What?
Is it
It's
so
not
bad,
so
though?
bad,
Like-
dude.
Hey, what's the
Have
big
you ever
deal?
had it?
I mean, I've
Oh,
put my own
because
finger in
he's
my
like,
butt.
I had
okay,
a
ready?
finger in my butt 2
1,
days
2,
ago.
knuckle deep. And you're just like,
Which knuckle?
probably the point. I don't know. Well, he probably does 2 fingers.
And you
it's
didn't
not
like it?
I didn't like it.
He put in one finger and you said, uno mas.
Uno mas, por favor. No, you're just like, ugh, and then you see white. But you guys,
You see white.
I mean, he's,
Yeah, dude.
It's like, dude, if you're having foreplay, it's like you're rimming the butthole, you're working your way in. You don't just go into the fucking.
I mean,
So she
sphincter.
just goes right in.
So you
dude.
want him to tickle it a little bit first?
Yeah. I mean, it would
If
be.
doctors would just do a little bit of foreplay, then
It wouldn't hurt as much.
Was he lubed up?
Yeah. I mean, bro, what kind of your butthole's dilated to 10 like a fucking pregnant lady every?
I mean, dude, you saw what we put up there. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but it took time. Imagine just going straight in. It's gonna be like.
So he just goes.
Yeah,
But-
this is Scott like trying to like, oh,
Yeah.
it was so bad.
Yeah, I'm not gay or anything. No.
Yeah, it's all white.
But it's not a pleasurable
I
experience.
saw white. Everything went white.
I lost the hearing.
you've
My
had-
ears started ringing.
You've had a prostate examination, and it wasn't a big deal.
I blacked out.
Can anybody in the comments talk about that it was painful or not? But anyway, so after they did all the tests, I have high cholesterol, and I was like talking to them about losing
You
weight.
already have results, and it was today.
Dude, it was like the most fucking.
While his finger's in there, he's like, oh, yeah. High cholesterol. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's high.
Yeah.
Blood pressure.
No, he got it today, and I was like talking about weight loss, and he's like, dude, the secret to weight loss is, he's like, if you keep your diet under 1,900 calories a day, and you don't go above 150 grams of carbs, he's like, you'll lose weight.
That's what Vinny does.
No, he doesn't. He says he does that. We were on the bus, and he's like, dude, I can't understand why I'm not losing weight as he's eating the 6th bag of Monster Munch, and he's like, I think I have
Dude, I
a
have a hard
thyroid
time
issue.
saying no to the munch, dude.
So that was interesting, but it's scary, with having high cholesterol and shit like that. So I don't know.
So you didn't like the finger up the butt.
I didn't like the finger on the butt. I don't
You're
know
not
too many
going back
people
for
that
another
like.
appointment.
It's not pleasurable to
Well,
go up with
yeah,
a latex glove.
You haven't had my finger.
You have a small little finger.
Yeah.
And then I was like talking to Paul about like, oh, like, do you ever get checked out? He's like, no, what's the point? And then we were talking about going to the dentist. He's like, dude, I haven't been to the dentist in a long time. He's like, last time I went, I had 13 cavities.
Not last time I went. One time when I went, I never go to the doctor. Like I don't get like a physical once a year. I haven't got a physical in years.
Same, dude.
Like I don't go to the dentist. I'm not like against it. I just hate. Well, I don't know. I'm not like morally against it. I'm just lazy to like book appointments and go.
But you get yearly
how bad could
checkups,
it be?
right?
I don't know when the last time I got a yearly checkup was, but I go to the dentist every 3 months for
Whoa.
a cleaning.
For the cleaning.
Yeah.
But I mean, dude, 13 cavities.
So one time I went to the dentist and he's like, "Wow, yeah, you have 13 cavities."
Yeah,
But I don't know why that is. I think my bones just like are falling apart. Like I don't eat like candy or anything like that. I don't know. I brush my teeth. I floss. I'm just
hippie.
falling apart from the inside, turning into ash.
Yeah, and are you getting your teeth done?
I have an appointment for my X-ray tomorrow.
You're getting them done.
Eventually, yeah.
Like what are you getting done with them?
Everything fixed, maybe replaced.
Oh yeah, that's
What's wrong
right.
with
Is that with our guy that we put you on to?
Dr. Brady?
Dr. Brady.
Yeah.
Brady.
Oh,
Brady.
Yeah.
So you got like big tooth problems?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
yeah,
know
for
about that.
sure. I'm terrified, but yeah, I have an X-ray appointment tomorrow. I'm stoked.
So what? You're
Yeah.
doing it here in LA, and you're
Well,
just transmitting the X-rays to
yeah.
Dr. Brady.
Yeah, exactly.
We told Vinny that we are gonna help him with his teeth problems, and he started crying. He's
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. That was cute.
You did.
I know, dude.
That's
I was
beautiful.
trying hard not to let you fuckers see it.
I was like
I
in
gotta
the
go
other room and
somewhere.
he's just like walking by like.
and meanwhile, I forgot all about that, and like we're still doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
you might
didn't
get
I,
like
like-
veneers?
Yeah.
Yes, you made a generous donation to the cause.
Yeah. Have I made that donation yet?
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Cool.
Yeah. No, it's a good thing. Like it's a good cause because what these people do is they help out like people with like teeth. And teeth issues are a big thing for people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big insecurity.
Yeah. When you called me into the green room that night, when you like offered that, you're like, "All right, Vinny, come sit down." I was like, "Oh shit, what did I do?" you know. Like, and then you're like, "So you told Scott your deepest, darkest secrets, huh?" And I was like, "Wait, what the fuck?" In my head, I'm like, "What the fuck did I say?" And he's like, "Dude, I'll pay for your teeth, man." And I was just like sobbing because no one's ever offered anything like that to me, you know. So I was like,
Yeah, it's like it's just what I donated, like 10,000.
Yeah.
There you go.
"Yeah, thanks."
I mean,
dude."
that's
I
it.
love you,
yeah,
dog.
I love you too, dog.
Can't wait to see your new teeth. I don't think
Yeah.
of you as someone with like bad teeth.
yeah,
It's like it's gnarly back there. Okay, yeah.
it's super.
What is that from crack cocaine?
Yeah.
a
is
lot
that
of
from-
smoking crack.
You don't get teeth like that not smoking crack.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of
Heroin doesn't make your teeth fall out. It's crack.
Well, heroin, because when you're high on heroin, you crave sweets. So it's like I'm eating a lot of sugar too.
But why crack?
Crack, you're just smoking fucking whatever's in crack. I don't know what's in crack. I just smoke it.
Cracks your teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, meth mouth. That's a thing, right? Doesn't meth
Yeah.
hurt your mouth too? Or is it your teeth or it like messes up your skin?
Messes up.
I've just
everything.
heard the term meth mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You like meth, huh?
I didn't like it, but I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never turned it down.
I never turned it down. That's a fact.
Did you smoke crack ever, Steve?
I never smoked crack. Not
With all the boiling and like cooking
What about
of
smoking?
like.
What about smoking coke?
I smoke-
yeah, I mean, I would like put coke on cigarettes, but it's not just a waste of time.
It's a waste of drugs.
Does nothing? You get nothing from
I got
that?
higher than a fucking Georgia pine after smoking a lot of coke.
Did you ever smoke crack?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to smoke crack, but I'm jealous that you guys like did in the past smoke crack. You know, to say like, yeah, I've smoked
I
crack.
woke up and like I had bit the entire fucking like bottom half of my life, just like, chewing my lip off.
My first time that I was in rehab was 1995. My mom said she wouldn't bail me out of jail unless I went to rehab.
And how old were you then?
I was 20.
Okay.
Still not 21.
Yeah.
So I go to rehab when I'm 20 years old, and like every day somebody comes and somebody leaves. There's like turnover.
For sure.
And like generally we're always in like the circle of feelings. You know, everyone's sitting in a big circle sharing their feelings, and somebody comes and they introduce themselves to the circle and they say what's their drug of choice. And I noticed that when people said their drug of choice was crack cocaine, people are just like, they just considered the person a write-off.
Yeah.
Like no eye contact. That person's not my roommate. I would like, like that. I just noticed there was something about crack cocaine that was like really, really different from powder cocaine, because if somebody said their drug of choice was powder cocaine, it was almost like snickering, like, what a pussy. Like,
Yeah.
heaven forbid if somebody walked in and said their drug of choice was marijuana, they would be like,
Yeah, it's like that half-baked
they
scene.
would,
Bob
they would
Saget.
be
Yeah.
like unsafe in there. Like,
So there's like a
know,
hierarchy of drug addicts.
It's like
in
high
rehab.
school with cliques. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Where people hang out and,
Yeah.
listen to the Grateful Dead.
If people's drug of choice was heroin, it was like they were just like carried in. Oh, we'll meet them in a couple days.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean we'll meet them in a couple days?
Just because they're out of commission.
Ah.
They were out of commission. Like they were,
Yeah, they're detoxing.
Who were like
for,
the cool kids at rehab? Like which drug group is the coolest?
like the.
I would say
Coke?
heroin.
Of course
Heroin?
you would. You're a heroin addict.
Yeah, you're biased.
Yeah.
I was just, my whole take on it was just that I was like such a rinky dink, like just being there at the time made me feel like, dude, this is
I
a
don't belong
joke.
here.
Like, I'm not, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, what were you in there for?
just like,
A
Got a
DUI?
DUI.
yeah, I was there for
Alcohol?
But you were doing coke and stuff.
barely.
So you felt like I'm not even really a drug addict. This is just
Right.
to appease.
Did
my
you
mom.
know when you get out you're just going to get high again when you're in there, or were you really trying to put your best foot forward?
I was like just kind of clueless about it. Like, I mean, I went to a sober living, and then I was just like, all right, dude. I had my buddy Kevo like bring me weed to the
Really?
sober living.
Kevo.
So I was smoking weed in the sober living.
Did you ever talk about the thing that you and Kevo got into where like somebody saved your guys' life? I don't think you've talked about that on this, where the glass was broken and you guys were bleeding out.
That wasn't Kevo. That was my buddy Canyon.
What happened?
It was.
That's a gnarly fucking deal, dude.
It was after graduating high school. I was like just turned 18 years old. My buddy Canyon and I, like we were like gnarly drinkers, and we just had like he had like a bottle of Jack Daniels, and we filled these huge brandy glasses, like and just chugged huge glasses of whiskey. We automatically both blacked out, and there was in his house there was this glass door which he like clearly like he fell through the glass door, landed on like jagged glass sticking up from the bottom, and it cut his elbow like through all like tendons, everything. And we were just both like blacked out, like passed out. And the only reason why Canyon didn't die from bleeding out is because the neighbor heard the glass break and thought that they were hearing a break-in. So they called the cops. The cops showed up and found us just laying in this gnarly pool of blood. Like, it was the gnarliest bloodbath. Like, I was just,
You were out cold.
I wasn't even injured. I was just out. Like,
Just literally taking a blood bath.
I was just out. And so they called the ambulance. Like, homeboy, like, was so, there was more blood than I've ever seen. Because I went to his house like the next day to get stuff for him and bring it to him in the hospital.
Weed, pale white.
More blood than I've ever seen anywhere, dude. It was the gnarliest. And so they got us into an ambulance, took us both to the hospital. Like, he needed surgery, but he was too drunk, so they were just kind of like stabilizing him. I was just so drunk they put me on an IV to just
You had like alcohol poisoning.
yeah, I
probably.
mean it was pretty serious, and I ripped out my IV. I'm like, we're breaking out. Where's my buddy? And I'm like, I think they said I was like trying to punch nurses or something.
Whoa.
But like doing a really poor job of it.
Right.
Like, I remember they were like, they got the cops back on me again, and the next memory that I think I had was I was back in the paddy wagon. The cops were telling me, look, if you go back into the hospital to try to break your friend out again,
What a bro.
like, we're gonna have to really actually lock you up in jail.
That's fucking gnarly.
It's funny how like you're like being a bro, but you're also not, because your buddy needs like
Right.
medical attention. But you're like,
Right.
I'm gonna save you. Like, I'm gonna get you out of here. It's like he's not in jail. He's
Right.
like being fixed.
Right, and so then this paddy wagon with me and it, like they take me home, and they ring the doorbell. My mom comes to the door, opens up the door, and it's her son, like just cross-eyed, covered in blood. I mean, like I was like the gnarliest, just covered from laying in a pool of blood, and with a police officer on either side of me, a British Bobby. And they're like, "This is, this is your son." She's just like shaking her head, like.
What did she say when the door shut? Like,
I mean, I like it. There were a number of episodes like that.
And for you, when you wake up the next day, are you like, that was rad? Are you like, shit, I gotta go save him. I gotta go get him out. Like, where's your head at? Do you feel bad about it? Do you feel
I
like?
mean, I recognized that like that was, a life and death situation.
Yeah.
I wasn't stoked on it. Like I knew that every time I chugged liquor, like there was bad, like chugging straight hard liquor, like always ended up in some bad thing. There was a time before that. I used to ride my bicycle around London everywhere. That was my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the time before that I chugged hard liquor, I woke up on the hood of a parked car. Like I was just riding my bicycle and just straight rode it head on into a parked car. Like landed on the hood and I had my front teeth broken.
what?
Yeah, like I
Jesus.
broke my front teeth. They were like, I don't even remember like getting home. I never remembered getting home. Just the next day, and I wasn't even that close to home. But the next day, my bike was in an unrideable condition, just sitting in like the entrance, in the front doorway of the house.
Just mangled.
Just pretty mangled. Like I have evidently, like, I don't know, maybe somebody helped me get home. Maybe I carried the bike home.
Wow.
No recollection
No
of any
idea.
of it. And two broken
And you're
front
like, okay,
teeth.
next time I chug liquor, I'll wear a helmet or something. I'll be safer.
Right.
Like that's your
When did you know you had a problem? Was it like then, or was
The
it
first time when, like, I really read, like, I have a problem, I should do something about it, was, like, after I got placed on final disciplinary probation, like, within 2 weeks of class starting at the University of Miami.
you thought you had a drug problem?
Yeah, I mean, they raided my room and, like...
Oh, that early on, huh?
Yeah, I was
that's kinda
18.
surprising.
Yeah.
I was
What-
18 years old.
What'd they find in your room?
Just a bunch of, like, you know they have these huge laundry hampers that are like on wheels. They filled one of those up with like empty beer cans and
Really?
alcohol bottles. Like basically, yeah, like it was a lot. It was a lot, and they found like a bunch of weed too.
And when did you start doing acid? Wait,
I started doing acid when I was 16.
They didn't find any acid then, or
No, I didn't find any acid then.
So
But-
all the way already at 18, you're like, I'm a drug addict. I have a problem.
I wasn't as concerned about drugs. It was mostly alcohol.
Yeah.
And when I was 18, it's so crazy. I was like, man, like I remember looking up Alcoholics Anonymous in
wow.
in the phone book, and there it was. I found the number, and that gave me a sense of accomplishment. So I didn't call it.
Like, well, look that up.
Yeah, I mean, there it is. There's
it's always
the
going to be there.
Cross that off the old
Yeah,
list.
there's the help I needed.
Yeah.
And so, but rather than call AA, what I decided was I said I'm gonna go for 30 days. And not drink. I'm not gonna drink for 30 days, and then that's gonna show me that like I have control, and like I'm gonna do that to prove to myself. And man, the second I started this 30 days no drinking, it's kind of like when you go on a diet, and then all of a sudden all you can think about is food.
For sure.
Because you're on a diet now,
Yeah.
you're extra obsessed with just thinking about food. So all I could think about was just how bad I wanted to be drinking, and that I wasn't drinking. I was just obsessed with it, and I was like shotgunning like cans of Coke and stuff. Like it was like silly, like
That's like Vinny shooting up water
Yeah.
when he's trying to quit.
right.
Really?
Like,
Yeah.
it was
Just 'cause
crazy.
you
I
love
was
shooting
so
up.
obsessed with it, and I tried, and then yeah,
we got
thank
Wendy
you,
in the
baby. We
house.
got Wendy. Hey, good girl.
Come on in.
Hey, good girl. I only made it 12 days.
I was gonna say, okay.
I made it 12 days, and then what I did was I did a shot of vodka, like one of these 1.75 liter bottles of crappy vodka, and I did a shot, and then I did a shot. I did 12 shots in a row.
To commemorate the 12 days of
Wait,
sobriety that you achieved?
I did one shot for each of the 12 days to unadmit that there was a problem. because what I should have done, in my view, was drink all of it. I should have never even came up with that dumb idea.
That was a mistake.
It was a mistake.
You were correcting
And so
the mistake.
I drank a shot for each day.
So you're clean slate. After that.
Yeah.
Your record's clean. So you didn't feel like, oh man, I couldn't even make it 30 days.
I knew clearly that I couldn't.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And that was like a year and a half or so before I was in rehab.
But for drug addiction, this is like you wake up in the morning and like during the day you're like, fuck, I'm a drug addict. And then at night you're like, okay, let's do some drugs. And like you're having fun
Right.
again, right? And then it's just
Right.
like the cycle, right? Like that's
Sure,
how
it's
not like you
exactly
had 12 years then of just like feeling like a drug addict all the
Right.
time.
It's exactly
Okay.
it. The cycle of addiction. You know, like you've got the remorse period. You know, like you've got the like oh,
But
and then
were you waking up and drinking? Because I was like waking up and being like, okay, don't drink till 5, and then it was like, all right, fuck, don't drink till 1. All right, don't drink till 12. Like, were you drinking all day, or were you trying to like be good during the day? Or like I was like smoking weed during the day, and
yes, I was drinking when I woke up, but it wasn't as much of a, you know, it was more like smoke weed when I wake up and.
Was there ever a point where you were just so physically dependent on it, where if you didn't drink, you would have the shakes or?
I don't remember much of that.
No.
DTs.
Yeah, the
Not for
DTs.
any drug? Like, did you have like coke withdrawals or anything like that?
That's not really a thing with coke.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm just like, clearly don't know.
Really,
what
I
the fuck
thought
I'm
like
talking about.
I remember Elton John talking about like he couldn't eat without doing a line of coke or something like that. Like
And the other way around.
He's hungry
Yeah,
for
I
coke.
don't know.
like he couldn't wake up without doing.
I mean,
blow.
what definitely, if I had coke, like if I did a line of coke, then I immediately needed a drink because otherwise,
Yeah,
you know,
for
you're
sure.
like, you gotta
That's
take
like-
the edge off.
It's
of
like
it.
as soon as I did a shot of coke, I immediately needed a shot of heroin.
Yeah.
Like, to come down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, do a line of coke, and then I gotta have a drink. And if I have a drink, then where's the coke at?
Right.
Were you
Where's
trying
it
to
at?
hide? Like when you were living at home, were you trying to hide your drinking and drug use, or was it pretty out in the open?
When I was living in in high school?
Yeah, or like
I remember taking like a heavy hit of acid, like tripping my face off. Like I took it at school, and I came home and like ate dinner with my mom.
Whoa.
Like playing it off like I wasn't tripping my face off.
She
And,
knew, huh?
I don't think she knew. I don't think she knew.
What was
Then,
that
dude,
like?
Then there was another time when my sister and I moved from Albuquerque to Florida, and we packed up the house into a U-Haul truck. So we're driving from fucking New Mexico to Florida, and right before I get in the U-Haul truck to start this drive, my buddy Kirby gave me a bunch of mushrooms, and I ate like I was tripping so hard, like confined in the shotgun seat with my sister, and she didn't know I was tripping, and like we were for hours.
What were you
all day.
doing?
She's like, all right, your turn to drive. You're like,
I mean, you could hold it together like that with
I
your
mean-
sister, or were you just like?
I remember I never really liked mushrooms because like I would just get too introspective, like, and by introspective I mean like I would just analyze myself and like arrive at the conclusion that I'm just
a drug addict?
I'm just not rad. Like I would just be like I would just really criticize myself and just arrive at the conclusion that I'd sucked and nothing that I was doing was worthy. Like I was just like I'd become very mean to myself on mushrooms.
but not acid.
Acid, not as much, no.
See, for me with mushrooms, it's like I get real honest with myself. Not like mean necessarily, but like I can't like trick myself into thinking something that's not like real. You know, like if I'm like being shitty to somebody, then I take mushrooms. It's like, dude, you're being a bad friend or something like that. Like, you can't hide from it. I can't pretend.
Is this
like,
how you felt
it's
like
fine.
last week?
Was I being a bad friend?
Well, no. I was saying, like, you take mushrooms all the time.
Yeah. Like right now, for example. I feel
When's the
like-
last time you eaten mushrooms?
I mean, this morning I ate a little bit.
Seriously?
Are you serious?
Yeah, but just like a little bit. But it's like, I barely feel it. You know, it's called microdosing.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
And then when's the last time before that?
the day before.
Holy
So
shit.
you microdose every day.
Well, like not every day, but I'll go on like multi-day, just kind
Not
of runs of
every
it.
day, just I don't take days off.
No, but what's the benefit from microdosing that frequent?
I don't know.
You won't go to the doctor once a year, but you'll eat mushrooms
They
once
say
a
there are
day.
medical benefits to taking mushrooms. It's good for the brain, for things like that.
So you're tripping balls right now.
No, that's the thing. I never trip. Like at most, if I like take a little too more than I wanted, then I'll like get kind of a body high, and I'm like, whoa. But
Some days do you think, I kind of feel like taking a little extra today.
yeah, some days I go a little more. You know, I overdose myself a little bit, but it's always like a pretty micro trip.
So then why do it?
Like because there's a benefit supposedly to microdosing on mushrooms. Like
Interesting.
there's benefits to the brain and like the psyche, and maybe I feel it a little bit. It's like an antidepressant too. It just feels good. I don't know.
Maybe I feel it just a
Wow.
little
I like it.
I feel like the back half of this podcast was better than the first half.
Yeah, we're really cooking now.
Yeah. So you're on drugs and
And
You're
just three
completely
sober guys in the
loaded.
car.
You're completely loaded.
Completely loaded. Yeah.
But I fucking love you, man. I love when we do this and
too.
we've got the gorgeous Paul Brisky
Oh, thank
effect.
you. I love you guys too.
Yeah, dude.
And
Do we have anything else we want to talk about? It's been
Do we
about
want
an
to
hour.
talk about how epic your special was?
yeah, well, this is our first time all together since
Yeah.
Europe.
Dude, it was fucking badass.
It went as good as it could go, huh?
Yeah.
Dude, it was so sick.
Like now that you've had time since it, like are you,
I mean,
I mean, there's
dude,
nothing you would have changed, right? Like, it was
Ever-
perfect.
ever since then, I find myself at some point in the day, like, thinking, dude, that was actually real. Like, it happened like that.
Yeah.
It was that badass.
Yeah.
I was so nervous about only having the 2 shows.
It was perfect.
Yeah,
we
it was
we
perfect.
had put on we had added the Thursday, and it just wasn't. You know, I was like, "Fuck, this show's not going to sell out," and there's no way that stage would have been ready.
I know it would have put so much stress on making
They-
sure everything was ready by then. It just was
Yeah.
impossible.
So we turned off that Thursday show,
That was
and
the move.
and we pulled it off in 2 shows.
It's pretty sick, dude. I can't wait to see a cut of
Yeah.
it. And then so last night you did a set at the Hollywood Improv. Your first
yeah.
set, starting from 0, putting together your next hour.
My first set, starting from 0 on what would be the Gone Too Far tour.
How did you feel about that?
I felt like I was unprepared, and what do you want? You know, you just got to put yourself into the fire. I mean, I had enough to talk about and just kind of a big picture view of what the show is. Got a great joke out of it about the on the gun part.
Which
There-
joke was that?
The one where I was like, ruined a perfectly good bit.
Yeah, right.
I had there's
Yeah, that was funny.
yeah,
Yeah,
that was nothing that I'd ever even that came out of that.
yeah, that's
There's
true.
like and it was a
Should we even say what that joke was, or
Yeah,
just leave it at that?
don't
But yeah,
even say
that's
it.
true. There was like that's the beauty of it. Like, you know, that's at least how I approached it when I was doing stand-up opening for you. Is like when I try to tell a story to my friends, like I always try to get a laugh, just naturally. I'm trying to be funny.
Yeah.
So like, go up there, talk. Like your instincts to like make them laugh will kind of lead you to finding the jokes. It's amazing.
Right. And what I need to do is find the story in the overall arcing, you know, like from the story for the whole show.
Right.
And where I was imagining that the whole story was of me confronting middle age, I'm thinking more that it's a story about pushing things further, and how the conflict isn't between me and middle age. The conflict is between me and my loved ones, and how they view it, and what their arguments are for each bit for me to not go through with it. And ultimately how when my loved ones try to convince me to not do a bit, what they don't realize is that they're reinforcing my belief that this bit is actually epic. Mm-hmm. You know, the more people try to convince me not to do something, the more attractive that bit is to me. And I think that in each bit, like the arguments that were presented against doing the bit, and the relationship with my loved ones and how they're dealing with me carrying out the bits, I think is more the arc than the middle age.
Yeah. I like that. And then you also put, like, not just your loved ones, but like society, you know,
Right.
and like testing, like,
Right.
how far can I push this? And,
Right.
like, are we going to find the only way to find the line is to cross it? That's what Hunter S. Thompson said.
Yeah. So yeah, it's exciting, and the process begins.
I'm stoked.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking right.
Super sick.
All right, man. Well, I fucking love you guys, dudes.
Love you,
too,
bros,
man.
dude.
Too.
You.
That's cool.
And wouldn't you know it, that after we recorded this podcast just earlier today, I find a response from Bam to my response. And get a load of this.
It's the worst stuff. Stop skateboarding, please. It's not pleasing to my eyes. Still get it.
Oh, my skateboarding is not pleasing to Bam's eye, huh? Bam, that hits me right here. It's a personal attack, and I don't know what to say, Bam. Like, I think that my skateboarding is actually a lot like my tattoos. You know, like when I give people tattoos, not the best tattoos, but for some reason people love my tattoo. I give better tattoos than you would expect, and I'm better at skateboarding than you would expect. People want my boards. They're buying them. So I'm sorry, Bam. There's nothing I can do to make you feel better. I'm selling skateboards, and they're available at stevo.com. And now we've got the Chris Pontius and Stevo double-signed collab skateboard, the Wild Board. So suck on that, Bam. Go buy one at stevo.com.